percent devotion.
Oh, hello there. How's it going? How is it going, guys and girls? People watching, good day. It's a good day. Oh, stream. So I just wanted to let everybody know, I just passed the Free Chan channel, the other channel that has affiliations to this one, the person, Yvette, whoever she thinks she is. What they're actually doing is they're watching the viewer list. So if you join their chat, there's a drop-down feature that the moderators and the host has that indicates to them who is actually watching. Well, they've got somebody at all time watching that. So then if anybody new joins, they have already told the panel who it is, what account they're using. So that's how these people are working. They're not truthful about who they are, and yet they're going to go to extreme methods to try to find out who anybody else is. So if you ask these people, who are you and why are you here, you're going to get called a troll and whatever other name they want to put with it. But they're allowed to sit there and before you've even commented in the chat, they'll bring your name into it. Just try it yourself. Go to their channel and figure out how they know that you're there when you haven't even commented. Alright? Because if you have their chat open, they have a viewer list and your name will come up on the viewer list. You do not have to comment for your name to come up on the viewer list. Alright? So that whoever this flat earth guy from the other show is, that is very unprofessional. They're using cyber stalking methods. Before I've even talked chat, these people are mentioning me. I've just woken up. I thought, yeah, I'll just scroll around and see what the flat earthers are doing. See if there's any real conversation. I turn their show on and this account called Flat Earth Guy starts talking about like I'm there. And I'm not allowed to talk because they've banned me from their chat, so I didn't even try to talk. But I'm just letting you know that it's a bit unprofessional. If you go to these shows, they're watching you. They already know that you're there. They're going to tell people that you're there even if you haven't said any comment, if you haven't commented. Alright? Very unprofessional indeed. Whoever that Flat Earth guy is, probably Ronnie St. James Harris, and they should be held accountable for what they're really doing here, alright? Because that's fraudulent. It's very fraudulent what they're doing, really. What was that? What was the din-din-din? What happened there? I don't know what happened there, but alright. Well, I'm going to go get ready and have a little something to eat. I'm going to mute my microphone, but feel free to join if anybody has any questions, and I'll answer questions if anybody has any questions about anything. And I'm not here at the time and I haven't responded. Leave a comment in the chat and I'll come back, read the chat, and know that you talk to me then. Alright, thank you. There is sound on this show. It's just that nobody's actually talking at the moment, so I've got myself muted and I'm waiting for other people to join. I'm going to go have a feed, something to drink and a shower and whatnot, and feel free to join, leave a comment or join, and then we can have a discussion, a conversation. But at the moment there's no one on the panel or no one in the chat that's actually talking, so I'm going to mute myself. Feel free to join though. Hi guys and girls, it's the Adam Show. I'm back. I'm out of my shower. I'm going to have a feed while I'm talking to you. So how's it going, people? How are we today on this fine day? Has anybody found any new information on the flat earth? Has anybody found any new information they can provide that might change people's outlooks? No. Just a bunch of fucking circle-jerking, immature cunts that want to sit on these chats all day, every day, and they never learn anything. Just like on the new channel, on that other channel, what's it called? Yvette's fucking CD Hangout, whatever it's called. They've got new people on there at the moment. Are those people dumb? I just want to find out if these people are that fucking stupid they don't realize what's going on, or if these are new people that have been employed to come and sit on these chats. Because it seems pretty weird. If you look at the two characters that are there, they're all tatted up all the way up to their neck. Alright, so it's very weird indeed that you have these two characters that jump on the show, willing to show their face. They really haven't added anything to the conversation, but yet they're tatted all the way up to their neck. I'm just curious why the fuck they're there in the first place, and if they've ever learnt anything. Seems to me that they sit on these chats trying to make friends on the internet. Like, these people, I would never even talk to them in real life. They're the type of people that make their friends based off internet comment. Alright? They don't care about what the person has offered society. No, I'm based on YouTube comments. They're going to call you name. Alright? So I'd like to know why this lady that's tatted all the way up to her neck, and then there's a guy that's tatted all the way up his neck, why they have the need to join these shows that are pre-planned and everybody knows it. I'm just wondering if they're unaware, if these people are unaware that it's a pre-planned show and it's rigged, or if they're just selling out? Is that what's happening? Are they selling out? I'm curious if they're selling out. Now you got this chick tatted all the way up the neck. Has she ever learned anything about flat Earth? Can you tell me anything about flat Earth? No. Fucking brilliant. You go on a show that bans real people, blocks real people, and you want to sit on a fucking panel full of trolls, soccer counts. This lady's digging her hole. When it turns around and shit hits the fan, she'll be ostracized too. She'll be placed in the troll category, and nobody will even respect her. That's how disappointed I am. I'm very disappointed that somebody of her caliber has not woken up to it and said, wait a second, you are a bunch of immature adults that attacked one person. You still do it now. They've fucked over this show, so then they could take the viewers from this show and then take them over there. The same people that antagonized me yesterday are on the show now. So that seems pretty weird. They come to this show to steal the panel members and to attack the people that are on the panel and then tell the other people to go over to the other hangout. That should be against YouTube rules and regulations if I look into it. That would be against YouTube rules and regulations if I went into it. Coming on and self-promoting yourself on somebody else's channel and then trying to wreck the other show like you done, Yvette, I'm going to report that. I'm going to make sure that I report that to YouTube's fucking team. All right? And for you little kiddies want to say, oh, look, he's reporting it. Fuck up, special little dog. These can't have my real name and they spam links about me 24/7. If you're a mature cunt, have some balls and step up like I am. I'm one versus these fucking paid trolls. You want to join the paid trolls? Or you want to fucking join the cunt that's got some balls? That's what it's all about. I don't need an army. I could do this by myself. I don't need an army to do this. I can do this by myself. I just hope that you realize that by associating yourself with that other channel, you have dug your hole. So that lady that's got tats all the way up to her fucking neck, she's already dug the hole. The hole's been dug. Just like the guy next to her with all the tats all the way up to his neck, he's dug his hole. These people aren't going to get any type of pedestal anymore. Their voices mean absolutely nothing. Their credibility is gone. I just hope you realize that if you associate yourself with a known paid troll such as Tim Osman and whoever he hangs around with, you deserve to get the same treatment that they get. All right, they're paid, or if they're not, they're just fucking immature little dickheads. But my assumption is they're paid to be here and antagonize people, so then they can take whatever trend it may be and make money off it. All right. So when you have these dumbasses that come on these shows, tatted up to the neck, thinking that they're fucking special, I hope that dumb bitch gets what she deserves. I hope Tim Osman and that put dicks all the way in her mouth. I hope they find their fucking pictures of her family and they fucking do what the troll's done to me. And then maybe then the dumb bitch will be a little bit more mature and she'll realize that hanging around with fucking trolls and people that have no accountability ruins your own credibility and fucking whatnot. Why the fuck would you go on a show full of known paid trolls and dickheads that antagonize people just to sit there and pretend that you're talking about subjects? You're not talking. You've never had anything to the subject. You have not learned anything since you fucking started looking in flat Earth. You have not learned anything. And you cannot tell me that you have. You have not learned anything. I'll probably just get one of them $5 feeds from KFC. You want one? No. I'll get you one too. I'll get you a $5 feed too. It's just like a little burger and a little chips and gravy. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you one too. that was crazy. I like that one. KFC? Yeah. Right inside them all. Oh, look at me fucking camera. Shit, is my camera broken? Oh no, what have I done? What do I do? There we go. I have to fix my camera, guys. Oh. And again, oh shit, there we go. Let's switch it around. Let's go out to the so-called balcony. Have a look at me fucking, look, it's dying. Motherfucker died on. These are pretty ass. I like these. Look at that. This is very pretty plant. I like this plant. Oh, this one's multicolored. I like this plant. Very multicolored. Very pretty. Obviously, it's winter. I'm trying to grow some raspberries, strawberries, and blueberries. Looks like I can't grow anything. They fucking died on me. So, well, they've still got a little bit of green. I might be able to save them if I take all that dead off and try to rejuvenate them a little bit. But it's fucking winter, so they sort of need them little bits on them to keep them warm. Look at me lettuce. Fuck, mate, you can tell. The dickheads, they sold me a bowl of lettuce with dirt in it, but they fucking didn't put a hole in the bottom. They put a hole in the fucking bottom of the fucking thing. How fucking stupid. So I'm just curious. Just curious. Curious. What's his name? Curious George, isn't it? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Alrighty then, alrighty. So we got another person that's joined the show, and it's an impersonation account. These people, like I've stated previously, these people, they have impersonation accounts of me, and they want to follow me around every time I join a show. Like that, I just joined a show just to have a bit of a ramble and rant on a bit, and this guy is waiting for me with an impersonation account to join. What a fucking weirdo. He has no life, so what he does is he waits for me to join Hangouts so then he can change accounts to his troll account and join. Wow, what a life. What a fucking life. What a life. These are the people that you support. Whoever you faggots are, they're the people that you support. Dickheads like this that use impersonation accounts. They have no voice of their own. They use impersonation accounts, which is illegal. That's against YouTube rules and regulations, and you support these people. Instead of being a mature adult and exposing this person, outcasting that person, no, you hold yourself very immaturely and irresponsibly, which then therefore everybody that's watching would say the whole show's fuck stupid. Everybody on the show, except for that A4 guy who sits there and goes off, the whole show's fucking rigged. He is the only guy that comes on and stands up for what he believes in. All the other people sit there and read off a script. So I'm just curious, who are you, person that's impersonating me? The person that's impersonating me, who are you? Why are you here and who are you? Why are you impersonating? That's against YouTube rules and regulations to impersonate people. Can you please stop impersonating me? Is there any reason for you to go around impersonating people? I'm just curious. Mr. Jeff Stewart, I'm just wondering, Jeff Stewart, I'm just wondering if you have any reason to do that, alright? I'm just wondering if you have any reason to impersonate me, Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart.
My name is not Jeff Stewart.
Jeff Stewart, yes it is, you're Jeff Stewart, alright? So anybody that wants to know, that person that's using the A4 account is Jeff Stewart, alright? These people aren't mature adults.
My name is not Jeff Stewart.
See, that's Jeff Stewart. See how he only turned his microphone on?
Continue.
This person is Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart wants to go around and troll people. Jeff Stewart wants to go around and troll people on soccer accounts. This is Jeff Stewart. That's why the person will never turn their camera on.
How'd you find me? How'd you find me, A4?
You should remove yourself from this conversation and go away. You're doing something that's illegal and against YouTube's rules and regulations, so please go away because you're not supposed to be here, mate. Alright, on an impersonation account, go find yourself a normal account and then rejoin. Alright, you are doing something illegal to try and get this channel taken down because you've been exposed. The person on the show that's using the A4 account that's impersonating me is Jeff Stewart, and they're trying to use that account to get this show taken down because this is impersonation, which will end in the end result will end in this show getting taken down. That's what that person's here for. Whoever that person is, Jeff Stewart behind that sock account, is only here to try and get this show taken down. They're not here to try and provide any information. They're here to use illegal methods to get this show taken down. So they're doing whatever they can to incriminate this show so then this show gets taken down.
Well, A4, you got me. My name is Jeff Stewart, and I do apologize, A4. You're a lot smarter than I thought. I'm going to leave this chat now. You have a great day, A4. Jeff Stewart out. Continue.
As you can see, it doesn't matter if I was wrong or right. What matters is the fact that these people don't have any moral ethics. They aren't able to join on their real accounts and have a real discussion. They're unable to sit there on their real accounts and find out what's really going on. What they have chosen to do is use networks of sock accounts to go around trolling people. They're not here to try and find any type of information. So Jeff Stewart, the Ace McLeods, or the political hillbilly, all these random names that don't have any accountability and don't actually believe in what they're saying. They're only here for revenue. I just want you to realize that they're only here for revenue. They're not here to help you in any type of way. So be very careful when you're going to show yourself or tell everybody who you are when these people, they don't want to oblige by the same rules and regulations. They will not tell anybody who they are. They will not tell anybody why they're actually here. They're only here to spread disinformation and to ruin the integrity of the show, really. How you going, Scotty Storm?
How's it going, mate?
Good, pretty good. I see that you stopped your trolling from a couple of, what was it, a year ago?
A year ago? When I've ever trolled?
It was about a year ago, wasn't it, Scotty?
I don't know. I've seen you in chat before, but if anything, I've been the one sticking up for you and saying he's alright, he's telling the truth, let him go, and then you call me a troll, like everybody else.
Oh yeah, well you got to be put in the category when you hang around him.
When I hang around him? What do you mean hang around? Hang around who?
Who don't you hang around? Don't you hang around JLB, John LeBon? I don't think that I didn't watch you sit there and try that have ridiculed me when I wasn't around, where you thought I wasn't around, to these people like characters like John Lebon or his fucking brother, what is his name, Gino, or their dad, PK22. You tell me why you were hanging around these people that are fraudulent and now you expect me to be nice to you in any type of way.
Hanging around? What do you mean by going on their chats and listening to their content? How's that hanging around them?
Without calling them out for the fraudulent things that you know they've done, so you sit around a rapist.
What fraudulent things?
Now listen, so when you see a rapist, you just sit there and watch him rape somebody instead of jumping up and fucking kicking him in the cunt and dragging him off and then fucking slit his throat or whatever you want to do. No, you watch it. That's all you do. You join in.
What are you talking about, mate? What are you talking about?
That's your moral ethics. That's your moral ethics. You just said it. You join.
I just said it. You're talking to me as if you know me and as if you know what's on my mind about things.
Several times. Yeah, I've seen you for over 2 years, 3 years now, Scotty.
Yeah.
I know you.
You don't have a goddamn clue who I am, mate.
I don't have a clue who you are, but I've seen you around. You can try to play the game all you want. You're a fucking troll lover.
You see me around on chats and you think I'm a troll lover?
You are a troll lover. You sit there and associate
I'll be honest with you. There's probably about 2 times out of so fucking many where I started trolling you, and you know why I did it? Because you kept fucking calling me out as a troll and calling me out and saying, oh, you're this and that, when it was untrue. So I'm like, fuck this cunt, I'm just going to troll his ass, because I'm the only cunt who ever fucking backed him up and said leave him alone as a right. And then I said, fuck him, he's calling me out on bullshit, so I'm going to start trolling him. And I did that about two every times I started being a funny cunt. Just because of the dickhead you've been to me when I then did nothing to you.
Oh, no, mate, you did. I'm the only person here that's actually trying to expose the real truth. So when you tell me that you've done nothing to me, when you sit with a fucking network of trolls and you fucking want to protect them, I don't think you realise what your actions are doing.
So when you jump on chats, do I call you a troll for hanging out with people on chats?
And then when one person wants to try and expose a network of corruption, you're standing in the way, buddy. What do you expect me to do? Do you expect me to be nice to you and just sort
How
of
the fuck am I standing in the way of fucking shit? I'm just going to walk up and punch you in the fucking
face and watch you drop, and then when you try to say something to me, I'm going to be like, you're the fucking idiot that caused this for yourself, mate. Step the fuck aside and choose a side properly.
Mate, you're talking absolute shit, and you're overly paranoid.
Am I really, Scotty?
You've been
here.
You think every motherfucker's a troll?
Know anything about the flat Earth. You've been here for over 2 years, and you do not know anything about the flat Earth. Tell me more, Scotty Storm. Tell me more.
Look at my profile picture. It's clearly flat Earth related.
Yin and yang. Yin and yang. That's not flat Earth. That has nothing to do with flat Earth. That's yin and yang.
Well, it represents how the flat Earth works. The sun and the moon going around the Earth.
That's energy. So what? Who cares? That's not flat Earth.
So what? Your picture's not flat Earth. So what? Do I say shit about that?
Mine's not flat Earth. I don't have a picture of flat Earth. My one's of my
Exactly.
That's
so
after 2 years, have you learned anything about flat Earth? No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Tell me about it.
Well, what do you want to know about it, mate? There's a lot to know about flat Earth.
Tell me how you got onto the flat Earth theory in the first place.
By watching videos and people explaining that the flat Earth model is more accurate than the globe Earth model.
Who was one of the first people that told you about the flat Earth and that it's something that you should look into?
Probably. What do you mean? As in someone specifically, or?
Yeah. What videos or what person did you talk to that made you curious about looking for it?
Probably Eric Dubai.
Eric, really?
Oh, yes, I'd have to say so.
Big pardon?
Yeah. Oh, I started believing the Earth was flat. Yeah, Eric Dubai.
What videos in particular would you suggest people take from Eric Dubai's list of? He's got hundreds and thousands of videos at the moment. What videos would you recommend that they watch that would give them something to look into what you've actually seen? So
I'd probably say all of them. I mean, there's 200 Proofs was a good one, but there's so many of them, and even his interviews are probably really good to watch as well. So
his interviews, the ones where he dresses up like a transvestite, where he acts very inappropriately.
Besides them ones, yeah. To be honest, I don't think he should have done that because it kind of puts people off flat Earth by dressing and doing what he did in those videos. But at the same time, he does give good information.
Did he give any reason to why he done that?
No idea. Why did he?
I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan at all. I won't even watch his videos. All right. So I see a thumbnail with Eric Dubai in it, and I'll make sure I fucking don't even go near the video. I won't even give it a half a like. I won't even give it a fucking view.
You can't really give things
person-
half like, can you?
That person is a fraud in my eyes. When you have to sell out and go to another country and sell out even more, it shows me what your true agenda is. This person does not care about the crisis factor. He cares about making money of something that you cannot prove. So tell me what he actually told you that made you believe in a flat earth, because there's no such thing as a flat earth. Tell me why you believe it.
Obviously the Earth's not flat, has mountains, ridges, and it's not completely flat, but essentially it's a flat plane all up.
But the concept of, don't you realise that psyop? Then don't you realise by going around to people and saying that the Earth's not spherical, it's flat, you look absolutely retarded, and you ruin the fucking credibility of people like me that have been around for 4 years that are saying, no, don't listen to these fucking idiots. It's an inverse toroid. And I have to deal with fuckwits like you coming on, dribbling, saying go to Eric Dubai. Fuck Eric Dubai.
I never said go to Eric Dubai.
He's a transvestite. If you want to know about the flat earth, go to Matt Boylan and don't do anything that anybody's told you about him.
Matt Boylan's nothing but a Freemasonic fucking chill, and you're telling us to go to him? No, mate.
Yeah.
Even if Eric Dubai is corrupted, I'd still rather go to Eric Dubai than Matt Boylan.
You're telling me to go to a transvestite to find out about the flat earth.
How do you know who's an actual real transvestite?
The Freemasons are the ones that have the maps. They are the ones that control the knowledge and they control the maps. So if you're saying that Mr. Matt Boylan is a Freemasonic, he's affiliated to the Freemasons, I would rather listen to something that Matt Boylan has to say, because maybe I would be able to decode what he said, him being a Freemason.
Right.
Do you understand the logic? You were asking to go look at a transvestite's work, and that transvestite based his work off the person that I'm telling you to go check. All right, Eric Dubai.
He didn't base all his work. He didn't base all his work off him.
Do you know that, right? Eric Dubai copied Matt Boylan.
Not all of his work. No.
Yes, he did. Yes, he fucking
No, he didn't. Not all of his work.
He puts it in a different way.
Plenty of sources like Robotham, many other people, many other old books. People can say plagiarised, but everything in history, all information's been plagiarised by somebody, and there's nothing wrong with it. With putting it in your own words and trying to present it in the world in a different way. For the new generation, there's nothing wrong with that.
The people that are pushing the narrative now will obviously call people like myself and Matt Boylan Freemason. Good on you.
Well, you do have a Freemasonic ring, don't you?
And considering you knew me 4 years ago, and 4 years ago I didn't.
I don't know you.
3 years.
I don't know.
3 to 4 years
But I don't know you. I don't go around saying I know who you are, do I?
But you've seen my pictures and you've seen my videos before. You've been on my hangouts before.
Yeah.
So, did I have a Freemasonic ring 3 years ago? No, I didn't. So,
just because you didn't show it.
Oh my god.
Just because you didn't show it doesn't mean you didn't have it.
Oh my god. Something I looked into and something that I was showing people was not what they wanted me to show people. So they sent me a ring in a hope that I would shut up.
Why would them send you a ring hope to make you shut up?
Because why would they not? Why would they
send a Freemasonic ring? It's ridiculous.
That's exposing the true reality to it. That you don't have to look into a flat earth to figure out how it works. You can look at the world like a circus. That's all you have to do. You're underneath the tent. You can call it a dome if you want, but you're a fuck clown. Everybody is a clown, and it just depends on who you're acting for, who you're doing your clownery for, alright? So if you want to do your clownery for God, then you'll work with somebody like me and you'll fucking get the information straight out. You'll tell people, wait a second, that person's a fucking clown. They dress up as another person, alright? They won't sit there and try and trick people into fucking regurgitating shit you know nothing about. You want me to go and regurgitate heliocentric mathematics? Is that what you want? Because you don't know anything about it. The people that regurgitate don't know anything about it, but yet that's what we have to talk about, right?
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's what you're heading with that. That's what you're heading with what you're doing, brother. You're telling people to go look at Eric Dubai's work, and Eric Dubai has shifted people into this debate type of a forum where they have to provide the mathematics. So you want everyday people to go work out the mathematics. What's wrong with that? Because we pay
you're saying we should listen to fucking Matt Boylan. That's even worse.
We pay trillions of dollars companies to tell us what the shape is. All right, so we can just stop them companies and we can be the company then. All right, do you understand the concept? I'll tell people to go to Matt Boylan because Eric Dubai is copying Matt Boylan. If you want to sit there and tell them to go to Eric Dubai, I'm just going to make them skip the chain and go to Matt Boylan because he's the one that is getting copied off. I don't care if he's a Freemason or not. I don't care. The information that he's providing is being copied.
So you're saying every single thing Eric Dubai said is copied off Matt Boylan.
One way or another, yes. One way
That's
or
bullshit.
another, yes.
That's-
One way
that's
or another,
completely
yes,
false.
brother. One way or another. One way or
That's
another.
bullshit.
He copied his work. Yes, he did.
That's bullshit.
No, it isn't, dude. So you're telling me that after Matt Boylan produces an eccentric video where he's out there and he's half molesting a goat, the next day or the day after, Eric Dubois produces a video where he's dressed up as a transvestite, and you don't see how there's a flip in that, how Matt Boylan turns into a character clown for one of his videos, and the next video that Eric Dubois releases is a character clown. Are you fucking retarded? He copies him. He watches the script that Matt Boylan's going off, and he copies it.
Really, is that what you think? Is it?
That is what's happening.
If that's what you say, if that's what you think, you know, and I can't convince. No one can convince you of anything, right? That's the honest truth.
No, obviously. Well, it's not about you convincing me. It's about you expressing your opinion with enough information for me to go search it afterwards. I'm trying to tell you that I don't believe in what you're saying, but I'll give you the reason why I don't believe it, and it's up to you then to either add an argument against that or go look into what I've said. I'm not telling you to believe me. I'm just giving you the information for you to go elsewhere and look.
Yeah, I know. And that's
Eric Dubois he's a copycat.
in my opinion. Matt Boylan's a shill, and I believe Eric Dubois could be a shill as well. I'm not discounting that possibility. But it doesn't mean that I don't give out good information.
In my opinion, people think that Matt Boylan's a Freemason. He's not a Freemason. He happens to do things in an eccentric way to try to expose the things that he can see, because he's not going to just come out and tell you it's a crisis actor reality. Dick House Productions is actually the ones behind the false flag events. If you want to know what company it is, look into Dick House Productions. No, he's not like me. He wants to be a little more eccentric. He wants to appeal to somebody on an artistic level. Where me, I just tell you straight out, Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville and all them fucking idiots, they're actually dressing up now and they've got prosthetics on and they're your government. All right, you dumb motherfuckers have got Canadians in your own government dressed up in prosthetic. Tell me more.
Steve Irwin's dead, though. Steve Irwin died 10 years ago, though.
Supposedly.
Did I say anything about Steve Irwin?
No, you mentioned him, sorry.
Yeah, you did mention him.
No, I didn't, no.
Didn't you? You just mentioned Steve Irwin.
You said Johnny Knoxville and Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin was a crocodile hunter. He got killed by a stingray.
Are you a dumbass? I said Steve-O. Steve-O. You know,
Okay.
that affiliates with Jackass Crew. You know how it goes?
sounded like Aaron to me.
Steve-O, Bam Margera, Dave Aaron, Danger Aaron, or you can go through the list. Are you fucking stupid?
I never watched
Dave?
Jackass.
Well, sorry, that's the Dick House production. I wasn't mentioning Steve Irwin. I was mentioning Steve-O, the character clown, the person that will wear prosthetics and become another person. Have you?
I don't really watch the show, so
Have
I don't
you
really.
ever seen the movie Bad Grandpa?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it.
It gives you an insight. It gives you an insight into what they will actually do. That's the funny side. Imagine the sadistic side.
I watch reality TV like Amazing Race.
Imagine what you can really do when you've got $1 billion under your belt and you can become anybody you want.
I watch Survivor.
It's called the Dick House Production. Are going around committing false flag crisis events. They're wearing prosthetics. They're becoming different people so they can push whatever narrative they want at the time. They can become a new. They could be a prime minister of a country right now, and they could already have it planned that the next character getting elected is them under another character wearing more prosthetics. Change their character. If you people cannot see how this works, I'm sorry to say, but you are fucking asleep.
I already believe this actor-based reality. I already believe that there's many people playing different identities and put makeup on and aesthetics to become somebody else who's not a real person.
Thank you, Scotty. Thank you. It's good to see that. It's good to see that other people will wake up to it. I don't expect you to believe what I say. I expect you to take what I say with a grain of salt and go check it.
Yeah,
not call me an idiot. Not name call me. And I'm not talking to you, Scotty. I'm talking to these other dickheads on the panel that feel like they're superior to everybody. I want you to go check it. I want you to go check and see if it's possible for somebody to do the things that I'm saying that they can do. And if it's possible, definitely. Yeah, that's right. So instead of these dickheads being allowed to call me crazy anymore, no, you're the crazy one for not seeing it for what it really is. You're the one that should be not trusted at all for what you do. So what's up, dude? No one should ever trust you because you were unaware on how to tell people about crisis actors. You want to tell people about the flat earth and how it's so flat And you have to trust this. Fuck your fucking flat earth. Tell me about the crisis act. You won't, because you're probably a crisis actor. See how this works, Scotty? I don't think you realise how it works. I've realised 2-3 years ago.
I know how it works.
That
I've done research.
The flat earth is set up movement, and it's controlled by the crisis actors, all right? So the same people that are going out and committing these false flag events, they come back on the internet, onto YouTube in particular, and they run networks and networks of people to sway people straight into the flat earth when they look into Jeff C's videos. So when you go to somebody like Jeff C or Red Silver J and you see the crisis actors, guaranteed you're going to be followed by one of these fuckwits and then dragged to one of these shows. So you start believing flat earth in a reality that's too fucked up to even believe in. You won't actually get out of the box because these faggots are here to put you in it.
Well, what do you believe then, people? What do you believe the shape of the earth is?
I couldn't care. What I care about is, what's his name? What's up, dude? The only thing I care about is what's up, dude, turning his camera on.
Who's that?
If he does, I've revealed a crisis actor. I've exposed a crisis actor. If he turns his camera on just once, I've exposed crisis actor. Fully exposed, you know what I mean? Named and shamed.
I don't mind turning my camera on, but I got no webcam.
I've known you for a long time now, Scotty. I don't think that you are affiliated to these people. I think that you're inquisitive and you're looking into things. I'm not too sure why you've been around so long and you haven't turned on these people like everybody else does. Each to their own, I guess. But I wouldn't hang around snakes. I wouldn't hang around dogs. Eventually get fleet.
Well, it's not as if I haven't turned on anybody. It's that I look at all information presented and essentially pick out the bullshit and what's real and what's not. Because most shows, I look at all information.
Evidence presented. Well, that can't be the case because I've been on these shows for a couple months now and I've debunked every single one of these people. Like the Zeiss's character, who is John LeBon on a fake account. I debunk him every day, but yet these people come back on, they block me, they ban, they lie about me, and yet you're saying that these people are credible. You're giving them some type of credibility, saying that you look to their work when I have personally debunked it. I come onto the show and I tell them, wait, this is the statement you just made, and I'll show you exactly how it's wrong, and I show them, and then I'm the one that's ridiculed, and you're going to tell me that these people have some type of credibility?
I didn't say anybody has any credibility. All I do is I look at all information presented and try and find out what is real of what they're saying and what is bullshit. I never trust anybody, but I look at all information, and as a skeptic, and you should.
Well, you know that these shows are set up to make people self-incriminate. It's good that you haven't turned your camera on, and I'd suggest you don't turn your camera on. You know that I'm the type of person that will ask you to turn your camera on, but I'm telling you, don't turn your camera on because you've been around way too long, and you'll probably be put in the same category as me when they get your identity. All right, so be safe and avoid these fuckwits because they're not here to help you in any type of way. They're here to try and sift your name out of yourself. They're here to try and sift your location. That's why when they talk to you, they say, "Oh, so how was your day? Oh yeah, so where did you go today? Oh yeah, where's that near? Oh yeah," and then we say, "I live in Queensland." They're like, "Oh yeah, do you live near?" And they start to get the map up and they start to pinpoint where you are so they can fucking track you.
Yeah, well, you've already seen my face because I've talked to you on Facebook before, so it's not as if I'm hiding.
I know who you are, but I'm telling you not to trust these people. Don't turn your camera on for them.
No, I don't trust anyone.
They've already made two other people self-incriminate now. They've got two other people now that are sitting there, fucking a lady and a man on the other show that have got tats all the way up to their neck. They're fucking gonna make him self-incriminate, bro. If I was you, I'd try to help.
What happened?
I don't know. Did he get kicked off or something?
He just muted himself. I'm not a troll either.
Okay, and what's your name?
What's up, dude? I just used this account for Hangouts.
Oh, okay.
I just came here to listen, honestly.
What are your opinions on the shape of the earth then, and such things?
Wait, if I could jump in, what's your name, buddy?
What's up, dude? This is just kind of a backup account. My real account's East Coast Bro.
East Coast Bro. What's your real name, man? My name's Adam.
And
obviously, that's Scotty. That's Scotty there. That's Scotty. So we got Scotty, we got Adam, and...
I want to just reveal my first name because I don't want anyone looking up my Facebook or anything like that.
No, you can just tell me your first name. Is
Dylan.
It John Doe? Huh?
Dylan.
Dylan, how's it going, Dylan? Nice to meet you.
Good.
Nice to meet you too.
Just chilling here.
I'm not a bad dude. I'm not a bad person, but what I need to do is take a bit of a pedestal here. I've been around the longest. I've seen these people and how they work, and I'm not going to take their shit no more. They can use as many fucking stock accounts and troll networks to try and take me out as they can. I've been here for 4 years, death threatening people. I'll say that I'll slit your throat. The cops will never show up at my door. You know why? Because they don't care about paid trolls. They don't care one bit. They've already investigated, and they said to me, well, there's nothing we can do because they're not held accountable. The network that they work for already already has rules and regulations that we will be able to hold the company accountable, but not the individual person. All right. So these trolls, they won't be able to get held accountable anyway. It's the company that will get held accountable. I already know these people think that I haven't called the police. You think that I wouldn't after 4 years of being antagonized by fucking trolls? You think I wouldn't? They're lucky I haven't already got one of their names. All right. And if I do, then I know that I have to follow the rules now. I won't be able to post it. But they're fucking so lucky. They're lucky I won't go outside of the box and do a little bit something illegal to find the network and expose every single one of them. Because if I do ever do that, before I go to jail, I'm going to make sure that I fucking do the worst type of shit to them ever. I'm going to leave the most vile videos out there about these people. What they've done to other people, they shouldn't even be on the internet. For what they've done to other people, you should all stand up and say, you're outcasted. You're outcasted. You're not allowed to come back on the internet. I don't give a fuck who this Yvette dumb bitch says she is. She needs to fuck off the internet and never come back. And anybody that says that she's allowed to, you fuck off too, and you're never allowed to come back. And it should be real people stand up and start offering these people a rope and a tree, all right? Because if you want to let your children suffer the fucking shit that I've been through for 4 years, you deserve what they fucking will get.
Yeah, but I mean, getting like called names and stuff and over the internet, does it really affect you that much?
When they get your name and they post your address up and they post pictures of your residence, so where I lived, they post pictures of themselves outside of my house with whatever weapons they want. Yeah,
have they?
That's a bit intimidating. Yes, they have. They fucking have. That's a
really
bit intimidating. So yes,
with weapons.
I'll fucking say whatever I fucking want. These pedophile dogs deserve to be hung by a fucking tree. They fucking post pictures of my mother. Fucking sick fuck. Can you not see how that's wrong?
Well, I haven't ever seen evidence that's actually happened, so I don't know.
Well, there is evidence, and there's plenty of evidence, and you apparently watched my video, so you're a fucking liar.
I don't really watch your videos, to be honest, that much. I've watched something, but I don't really.
Liar, man, because everybody that knows me know that I have the evidence of these people doing that dirty shit. So don't ever try and say that I don't have the evidence when it's easily accessible on my channel.
I didn't say you didn't.
On right fucking now.
I didn't say you didn't have evidence. I just said I haven't actually personally seen it.
Well, that's not my fucking fault that you don't pay attention to what's really going on. You want to sit there and pretend that there's fucking flat earth that you can make a difference on when I'm trying to give you subjects and topics that you can actually change within your life and you can be known as a good person, but you chose to participate in trolling.
Maybe just trolling.
Just remember this at judgment. When we get to judgment, I'm going to make sure I call every single one of yous out that didn't join the right side. I'm going to say, no, he joined the flat earth fucking trolling cunts. He joined the devil. You join the demons that want to sit there and antagonize humanity. You want to be on the side that fucking sits there and puts people in a box. You'll get yours. God's soldiers will always be angry. God's soldiers will always wake up and be fucked vile. Why do you think that? Because we don't want to be in a realm where there's fucking pedophiles around me. What the fuck would I want to procreate with pedophiles around? Are you fucking stupid? So eventually my fucking blood is going to fucking interbreed with fucking pedophiles? Are you fucking stupid?
That was interesting.
It was interesting. How about you go over to the other show, Yvette fucking Slutface channel. And
who's that? What?
The other channel. Yeah, go over to the other channel. Don't troll me because I know what you talk. You know what it is. All right, why don't you go over there?
I've honestly never watched her.
Well, why don't you go over to the channel over there and tell the people that are on the show that they shouldn't be on there because these people are not nice people and they should
What's
go.
Their last name?
That is the nicest thing that I could ever see you people do. If I see any of you do that, I'll give you the
I can't go on if I don't know her full channel name.
Well, I've been over there before, and they've been nothing but nice to me. So what do I have against them to be mean? Because it sounds like
they are making people self-incriminate. They are choosing who they're allowing on. They antagonized the young kid yesterday as soon as he joined. I don't agree with it.
Is this like a
that's appropriate
flat
because
earth
you
thing?
are able to stare with them and they're able to you use multiple accounts so they agree with you. These people that are on the show right now that I'm watching, all right, this lady and this man that are tatted up to their necks, they're being made to self-incriminate. All right, I hope you realize that you're helping these people by arguing with me about the principle of it. The dickhead trolls, the only reason they're here is to make people incriminate, have two new fucking victims. I'm trying to ask you people to go help them because I'm not allowed to.
Well, what's the channel name?
That show. If I go to that show, then
I
the
think
copyright
it's
strike I
Free
put
Chan?
against it, the copyright strike
Okay,
against,
I'm gonna look it up.
against it will be taken off. All right, that channel will be taken down soon enough from what they've done to me. But I'm asking you to go tell these people to watch out.
Just type in Flat Earth Live and yeah, it's just
It says,
Flat Earth-
hey, Negatorks, leave my threads alone, featuring Jumpad, Flat Earth Troll. Is that what it is? Free Chan?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
think
But
that's it.
can you go on there and just say to, well, hold yourself appropriately. Be nice if you want. You'll get kicked out straight away anyway. But tell them people on the panel, the two newcomers, be very wary on what you say and do, because you will be incriminated. Whatever you say will be used against you elsewhere.
Might just listen to it first.
I just want you to let them know that.
I've been on their show before, and I've only seen nothing but nice things, and I haven't been incriminated in any way, shape, or form.
You haven't shown your face, mate. These people are on there with their faces showing.
I have had my face on my pictures before, but I just recently changed it.
I'm just gonna leave for a sec. I'm just gonna listen to the hangout.
Not with them people, buddy. You can try to defend them all you want, mate.
I'm not
not
defending
gonna
them. I'm just saying my personal experience
I'll
has
be
been
back.
fine.
All you're doing for me, Scotty, is putting yourself in a category where it's like where I have a category of people that affiliate with trolls. I don't think that you're paid trolls. I just call you the affiliations. All right, you're starting to put yourself in that category.
Well, in your opinion, I am, which that's your opinion.
Obviously, and I'm trying to tell you right now, because you're an Aussie, I'm trying to give you the heads up that you are doing things right now that are making real people like myself very skeptical on your intentions of being here.
I've got no intentions at all. One of the main reasons I actually came to this chat with you in it is because I typed in Flat Earth Live and I saw different chats, Free Chan, and I saw this one with your picture on it. And the only reason I came to this one was to talk with you personally for once.
Well, thank you very much, but I'm not going to be a nice person these days. I've been antagonised too much these days. It's been 4 years and I still haven't received any type of mature adult. I haven't received any type of mature adult that will jump in and actually show some rationale, some maturity. So I'll continue to be a solo and do what I do. And if people call me a troll, they can be so. Wait, Phil, am I a troll? Am I paid to be on the internet? No. There we go. I've got a person that stands here right now. How old are you, Phil? He's 50 years old. Do I work for anybody? Do I work for myself? I work for myself. I get my own money. All right? So I've got a 50-year-old tell you people then that I don't work for anybody, that I make my own money. So if I hear any of you call me a paid troll or anything again, you're absolutely fucking pathetic, because I've proved myself. I've never called you several times now.
I've never called you a paid troll.
You do realize, A4, every time I've ever seen you or talked to you, you come out fucking swinging. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You're a fucking baby. Dude, are you 4 years old? What is wrong with you? Really, I want to know. Boy, oh boy.
I just got a 50-year-old to tell you that I'm not a paid troll.
I don't know. There's some voice in the background. I never said you were a paid troll. You're just fucking batshit crazy.
Turn your camera on, you fucking pedophile dog. You want to sit there and say, did you see proof? Turn your camera on, pedophile.
So that would prove it to you. If I turned on my camera, that would indicate that what? I'm not a pedophile to you? I've heard you make claim after claim. Are you 4 years old?
You don't have any say, brother. You don't have any say. You want to sit there and try and say, when I just provided proof that it wasn't proof, you don't get to have a voice, faggot.
Hey, am I a paid troll? No, you're not a paid troll.
Probably, because you want to join
right there. That was the fucking president of the United States that just said that.
You want to sit there and try and
yeah, okay, ladyboy.
All right, yeah, that's why you're.
All he's saying,
you're military.
I know.
You're
he comes into everywhere he goes. He walks around and punches people in the face, and when they react, he's surprised.
Tell them who employs you. Tell them that you work for the military. Then you fucking liar. Tell them that you work for the military.
Who works for the military?
Say you work for the military.
Who?
Yes, you fucking do. Yes,
I don't work for the military. I've never taken a dime from the government for any reason. Now I'm a liar. Okay.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a military. He's sitting
right military.
Next to in a military base right now. Yes.
I'm sitting in a military base right now.
You think I don't know where you are?
It's proven, mate.
You know where I am. If you knew where I was, you'd realize that I'm sitting at my desk in my fucking living room. Simple.
I've got your IP address. You're on an army base, fucking idiot. You're a dog.
I'm on an army base.
This guy's military. This guy's military.
I'll tell you what then. Throw the IP address up in the side chat so everybody knows what it
I've got
is.
his IP address.
You're not going to do it, are you?
In the military.
Right.
He's in the military.
That's what I thought. You're not
You're
going
in
to
the
bring forth
military.
any sort of
You're in the
evidence
military.
and all. You just make
You're in the
claims.
fucking military. If you want
I'm
to
in the
provide
military.
proof that you're not, turn your camera on.
That's
Show
right. I'm a
everybody that you're not
general in the
barracks.
military.
Show everybody that you're not in a barracks. Show everybody by turning your camera on that you're not in a barracks. I fucking just IP fucking flooded you, dickhead. I pinged your IP and I got your location. You're on a fucking military base.
Then
cunt.
put it
You're
in
on
the
a
side chat so everybody can do a who is on it.
I
Simple.
don't care what you say. I'm not going to show you.
I know
how
you're
got
not.
your address.
I don't need you to show me. Just drop the IP address in the side chat, and then everybody can go look for themselves.
He's on an army base, people.
I'm on an army base. That's right.
Where exactly? Which army base?
I'm not on an army base. I'm in Ohio, at my home. I don't know what he's talking about. What can I say?
Yeah, he's in his home on the barracks that he lives at.
Right, boy, dude, you're out of it, man. I don't know what
He's
to
on an
tell
army
you.
base, dude. I just fucking pinged
Put
his
the IP address in the side chat so everybody else
Like
can
I'm going
know.
to tell a fucking soldier how I fucking act.
Right.
Are you fucking retarded?
You just make claims,
Are you
man.
retarded?
You
Yeah,
just
these people
make
want me to
claims.
self-incriminate. These soldiers
Boy.
want me to tell them how I've done something
Soldiers.
illegal. Fuck off,
I'm a
faggot.
soldier.
You ain't
Nah.
finding out how I've got your IP address. You just got
Okay.
exposed. You're military.
Y-
You're
yeah,
military.
I'm
No, somebody use that
exposed.
symbol.
You exposed me.
Military.
And you're calling from an insane asylum. I just got the IP address.
Military.
Is that all it takes? That's your proof?
You can say whatever you want. I know that you are in the military. I know. I just
Okay.
fucking pinged your IP and you're on a fucking military base, you scumbag dog.
Wow, man, you just say whatever you want, don't you?
You can say whatever you want. You're on a military base, faggot.
On a military base. Okay. I've never been in the military. I don't know what to tell you.
Cool story, mate. What are you here for then? Why did you join this show at all? I'm on here and I'm talking shit. So I'm
Because
sure
you're
that you
always
can go-
talking shit.
You can go
Always.
over to the
Because
other show.
you called me
I'm just
for a
listening.
hangout one time
blah,
and started
blah, blah.
making
You're-
accusations like this kind of nonsense.
What a dickhead. You have to talk constantly. You tell people that I talk over
Yeah, I'm
you.
going to talk
And then
over you
every
just
time
like
I
you
try to
talk
talk,
over everybody
every
else. I
time
can
try
talk
to
louder
like
than
this,
you
talk over
for
me.
sure.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to be talking right now because I was talk over people. constantly. There we go. And again,
I know
as
you
soon as
wait
I'm
your
saying
turn,
the
don't
word,
you?
talk over people instead of being a mature adult and waiting till I'm finished my sentence.
A
you
mature
continue
adult
to talk
like
over me
you.
while I'm telling you that you're talking
Right.
over me. Fucking retarded. There we go. Still talking over. Are you fucking retarded?
Adam, do you like conflict or something?
I like to expose people that should be exposed, that are only here for the wrong reasons, buddy.
Yeah, but
All right, I thought
you talk
would
about
realise that
yeah,
by
but-
now. I'm not going
No,
to
but
be
you talk
friends
about
with the
providing
enemy. You're
evidence
telling
and
me
you
to
don't
be
really
friends
provide
with the
any
enemy.
evidence.
You're telling me
I
to be
didn't say to be
with the
friends with
enemy.
anybody you don't want to be friends with, mate. When did I say that?
Is the debate
Have I
community
attacked-
always
have
like
I-
this?
Have I attacked the host at all? Have I said anything to the host?
Not generally.
Adam,
Have
People
I said
on
one
here.
thing to the host? Have I actually
Adam,
said that you
you-
were paid
you
to be
make
here,
people
Scotty?
dislike you.
Scotty,
You
did I say
make
that you
people-
were paid to be here?
I never said that. Yeah, so what's the point? You make
So
people
I said
dislike
that,
you.
Ian, you're
You
saying
do
that
it to
I wanna
yourself,
attack
mate.
them. I attack the people that deserve it.
No, I
Did
don't
I
say
attack-
attacking people. I'm just saying, like,
Did
you
I
always
half
like
attack
conflict.
Did I ask that person what his name was, and when he obliged, I left him alone? Yes. All right. I know that person's name's Dylan now. That's all I need to know. He was
I'm
truthful
not
enough.
giving my last name.
No, that's
though.
all good. That's all good. That's all I'm saying.
And the reality is, maybe his
That's
name's
enough.
not
I
even
had an
Dylan. There's no real
interaction-
evidence his
Shut
name's
up,
Dylan.
dickhead. I had an
Actually, it
interaction
is.
with the person, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
left
just
him
saying,
alone.
like, you know, there's
All
no
right, so
proof.
how
I'm
do
just
you
saying.
how do you get your logic that I'm attacking everybody when I left him alone? I attacked this fucking idiot because he deserves it because I just pinged his IP and he's on a military base.
I'm on a military base. Okay,
Why-
put it
why
in
you-
the side
why you-
chat.
why don't you
Simple.
screen-
I'm not going to show a fucking soldier
Why don't you screen
that is
share it then?
employed by the military to be here and fucking antagonize me. I'm not going to show you how I got your IP. I'm not even
Extraordinary
going to provide you. I
claims
just
require
exposed you to
extraordinary
yourself.
evidence.
In your head, all right, shut up. I don't care. In your head, Ian, you know that I know where you are right now. I pinged your IP. I know where you
do.
are.
Okay.
Yeah, you and that
He's
Jeff
got you,
Stewart,
mate.
dog.
He's got
Right,
you.
You and that Jeff Stewart and all them, eh? You and that Ace of the Cloud. That's what fucking squad you run with, ain't it? Yeah, laugh all you want, faggot. I got you cunts now. Same fucking army base. Same army base when I ping fucking them cunts. Same army base come up, dickhead. I know
The
that you're all
same
affiliated.
army base.
Fucking moron. Yeah, that's
You
right.
really fucking lost it.
Which army base would that be then?
Go figure it out for yourself, Scotty.
See what I mean? I'm asking you simple questions. and
Why
you
would
can't
I
even answer
tell
them.
you? Why would I incriminate myself? If I say the location, then I'm
How does that incriminate
incriminating
you?
myself. I'm incriminating my. Yes, I am, because you're not allowed to post anybody, and you're not allowed to verbally say somebody's personal location if they haven't provided it.
Yeah,
I can tell him I know where he is.
The reality, you constantly incriminate your own self. You do it to yourself.
You can sit there and try and incriminate me all you want. I'm not going to self-incriminate, you fucking idiot.
Every word that comes out of your mouth sounds like self-incrimination, mate.
No, it isn't.
I'm just being honest.
Obviously, you don't know anything about the law then. Obviously,
no,
you don't
nothing,
know
mate.
anything about the law then. I have not given his location. I can tell him all he wants that he's on a military base. I can tell him that I know where he is all I want. If I say the location, I incriminate myself.
And you're in an asylum. I know where the asylum is, but I can't declare its location because I'm not allowed.
The asylum's on Mars.
You can say you're just the same. That's a troll rhetoric. That's exactly what a paid troll does.
That's troll rhetoric.
Exactly what you say. Yeah, you use exactly what I've said.
Okay. Well, I gave you permission to report my location. I'm giving it to you verbally now, right? It'll be recorded. Go ahead and drop the IP address in the fucking side chat.
True, he did say you can do it.
There you go. Have at it.
No, he said that I can drop the IP in the side chat.
Okay, report my location, whatever it is that you imagine it to be. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm sitting in my house, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Cool story, brother.
It's a goddamn construction zone. I'm rebuilding the place. I mean, really, I got the backstory the script sitting here in front of me and everything. You're crazy, man.
It's a bit weird to me that if I was wrong, why are you so adamant about me having to...
Okay, so if I agree, aha, you've got me, and if I disagree, aha, you've got me. Well, that's circular logic. What could I possibly say to you to prove it?
You say you don't care. You don't care. I'm wrong, and you don't care. You got it wrong, buddy.
Okay, well, like I said, it's circular logic, man. Work it out for yourself.
You're the one that's showing me that I've got it right, that I actually got the location right. I haven't said them, but you know it. My personal opinion, for the way that you're acting, you're showing me that I did hit the right IP and that you are on a military base.
Well, if you can get his IP, what's my IP address then?
I'm not telling anybody, I'm not stating any numbers. You can sit there and try to make me incriminate all you want. I don't care.
Do you know where I am?
Try to make me say it. I don't care what you say. Go look.
Do you know where I am right now?
Go look up the program Cain Enable. It's not the one that but go look up the program Cain Enable. Alright? It's not the one that I'm using. But if you want to know how I'm doing what I'm doing, go look up the program Cain Enable. It's not the one that I'm using, but you are
using it. You are using it, but you're just saying it's not the one I'm using so you don't incriminate.
Something similar to that, maybe.
So you're saying you are using it?
No, I said look at that program because that is the base program that most hacking programs are built off. Go look at that program and it tells you how I can get your IP address. It shows you how to do that. It shows you the concept. So come on, Ian. Let's start a new topic.
What's your point?
Let's start a new topic. Let's leave the last one because I know that by you bringing it up constantly, you have something to worry about.
you know. Okay.
And let's leave it alone then. If you don't have to worry about it, let's move on.
I don't have to worry about it.
Well, let's move on then. I got it wrong.
Okay, let's, please.
Somebody here's in the military.
Somebody else is in the military.
But I think it's you.
Who could it be?
Continue on that it's you. You're in the military.
Okay. Yes, I'm right. I'm military.
I watched the join.
Special Forces.
I watched the IP join when you joined. Then I ping it, and it comes up in that location. And it's on a military base, and you're trying to tell me that wasn't you then?
Does it matter what I say? Probably not.
Probably not.
I've just declared to you that I'm not in the military. I've never been in the military, and I'm not on a fucking military base now. What else could I possibly say to you? You're not going to believe me.
No, probably not. It doesn't really matter anyway. What does it matter if I believe you? I'm not the type of person you want.
It doesn't actually matter. But you're making claims that you have no proof for.
Let's move on. You make claims that you've got no proof of all the time. Sit there and say defend around Earth when you've got no proof for it.
I made no such claims at all. I'm open-minded.
You have.
Okay. So
you and the rest of you trolls come on all the time and try to tell people that.
Who does?
Produce information about
you know what? You do not really even pay attention, do you? You really don't even pay attention.
I do. You just think that I don't fucking figure out that you are using another account and you are using like several accounts to attack people on the side.
This is the same account.
You tell me what other accounts you're responsible for now in the other chat and this one. You tell me what other accounts
I have one account. It's the same account.
What a liar! All right, you can lie to me all you want to.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. If I had other accounts, I'd admit to it. I really don't know what to say to you, A4.
So you're telling me that Patrick Bateman doesn't use several accounts. The people that
I'm not speaking for Patrick.
So you're telling
Bateman,
me that Jeff
man. I'm speaking for myself. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just putting you in the same category, considering that you work for the same network. Fuck idiot.
What network? What are you talking about? You mean I've been over at Free Channel? Is that what you're talking about? You've been over there too. You must work for them. Aha. See, the plot thickens, right?
Dickheads, no.
You're a double agent.
No, because the catch-22
I
in
just
that is
pinged your
I'm
IP
exposing
address
them.
at the asylum.
I'm the only person that's on their chat trying to expose them. I'm the only person that goes onto their show.
I work at the asylum, so I can approve this.
Why you were here? Instead of telling me that you want me to believe in a round Earth, can you tell me why you're here 24/7? See the difference?
I'm not here 24/7. Everybody that fucking shows up here, you say that to.
Here more than me, mate. And
no, I'm not here more than you. No, I'm okay. Boy, he just says whatever he wants.
I could be in the city. Yeah,
you don't even try and be consistent. You are dumb as a fucking goddamn bag of hammers, aren't you? Just dumb as a
like I did last night. Get on my phone, sit there and see the same people that I seen beforehand. So I was like,
I was not here last night. I was not here the night before. I think maybe I was here over the weekend and argued with atheist Rex. Right, that's about it.
Blah blah blah. I'm out there in the city eating a kebab, watching the show. Think I'm out here partying, and these people are still here. Then I leave. I'm like, all right, I'm going back to party. Fuck that. I go back to party. I come back this morning, and the same people are in the same fucking chat saying the same thing. And you're going to tell me they've got no other reason to be here, just them boredom? Oh yeah, logic, man. How are they able to afford to be here 24/7, and including yourself? You can try to put yourself out of the circle, but we know that you use an alternative account and you troll people on the other account. When you are sick of using your Ian account, you've had your 8 hours of Ian, then you go on another account, you go troll.
Wow. So, okay, what's your evidence for that?
I don't have to provide evidence.
Oh, well, okay.
Are we in court? Are we in court? Is this court?
Are we in court? Yeah, we are. You're making claims. I mean, so you don't need any, you just make claims. You don't need any evidence.
You're making claims that I'm making claims. You're making claims that I'm making
I'm making claims because you're sitting right here claiming them as we speak.
Where's your evidence that it's claimed?
Oh, man. Somebody's tapping my line.
Sorry, that's my earphone mic.
I'm just kidding.
Where's your evidence?
Had to fix it, sorry.
Right. How can we prove a negative? Where do we
messing
start?
up.
I suppose I could send you all my information, like give you my social security number, I suppose.
No, I don't want you to dox yourself.
Well, I mean, we could do that, and then you would still, then what? You would say, oh, right. So that's not sufficient either.
Blah, blah, blah. Trolls try to say to me, oh, like, we will give you our information, join me on a private chat, and then we'll tell you our private information there. No, I'm saying that if you want to take a pedestal like you think you deserve, then you better be honest about who you are and your intention of being here, because when people wake up, they're going to
every time I've talked to you, I've said the same thing. My name is Ian. I've spoken to you before.
How the fuck do we know that? I don't know that. For all I know,
I guess you don't know who anybody is on the fucking internet now, do you?
That's by
virtue. That's the virtue of the internet, whether you like it or not. But you can't just run around saying liars, liars, liars.
When you're on a fucking truth community, yeah, then I can. All right, because you're trying to put this into a whole internet community. Oh, you can be honest on the internet. We're not talking about the whole internet. We're talking about a community that is trying to take out a company like NASA. All right, we're talking about people that want to expose people, corrupt people like a Barack Obama. So don't tell me that we don't need to be truthful about who we are and our intentions of being here, because if we don't, in the long run, it's going to be used against us that we were fraudulent in our methods to get there. So you can fuck off, all right? Because I'm going to make sure that I separate it and I say, no, that was a psyop. They were planted here by the same people that were exposing NASA. You work for NASA. You work for the military, all right? You ain't going to be able to get out of it.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah.
Victory is yours.
I know how your twist works.
You do.
You can't get past. You're going to need somebody with an IQ of over 200 to beat me.
Okay.
I already fucking flogged Green.
I know, you have a powerful intellect, and you've displayed it here most definitely.
Blah, blah, blah. Go ask Robert J. Morris, a person with an IQ of over 120. I mean, over, what was it, 194, I think he said it was.
Think about it. It'll come to you.
IQ was 194, evaluated by the military. Then I had another person called Grin V, Mr. Vance. All right, he said that his IQ was 195 evaluated, and he had the documents to provide to show it too. And I out-debunked them. I out-debated them. So you think I'm really scared of somebody like you? When I haven't even got a proper education.
I did not expect you to be scared.
And went out and worked hard labor and earned real money. You think I'm really scared of you? I've got the most fucking smartest, if you want to call it smartest brain, considering
The
I'm
smartest,
the only one
and you got the bestest words, too.
Yeah, DK, considering I'm the only one that's here calling you fucking idiots out. You want to sit there and twist people into the flat earth. I want to sit there and tell them, wait a second, ask this motherfucker if there's a crisis act. See the difference between me and you? You're about to get necked.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because...
Are you going to do it, lady boy? Are you going to do it, lady boy?
No, it's not. It's gonna
No,
be
I didn't think you were.
It's going to be society, yeah, and you must be the person that uses that.
Okay.
You must
boy,
be
are
the
you
person.
a big talker, man. Boy.
You must be the person that uses that fake A4 account, because that always calls me a ladyboy. So you must be behind that account. You said earlier that you weren't responsible for fake accounts.
It caught on. It's kind of your nickname throughout the internet at this point.
I think that's just you. I think that's just you and your immaturity, and you use several accounts to spam it.
That's right. You got it, man. I have 700,000 accounts,
yeah,
and they're all directed at you.
Any normal person would leave. They wouldn't want to hear it because it has nothing to do with them. They'd hear an argument, so they would leave and go to another show where they're going to find information. All right. So the only accounts, the accounts that are in here.
So you're on just about every show. So I guess that means that everybody should leave.
I'm on a few flat.
Oh yeah, I've seen you bouncing around all over the place.
Am I on CNN? Am I on ABC? Am I on NASA's channel? Am I on Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes? Am I on Eric DeByers? Am I on Dabu7's Hangouts? Am I on Free Radio Revolution, New World Agenda's Hangouts? Am I on Stefan Molyneux's? Am I on Atheist of the Amazing Atheist Hangouts? Am I on Bearing's Hangouts?
I don't know. Apparently, boy, I don't know. Most of them I've never even heard of, so I couldn't tell you.
Hangouts that I can another 1,000 Hangouts that I go to and I participate in the chat on, but I don't ever join the fucking stream because you're not allowed. They don't post their link stream. I've been asked to join some of them when I've actually provided the information, but I'm just curious on what shows you're trying to refer to right now. You refer to 2 shows that I've been to that are collaborating, and they are the same people. The same people come back and forth within these 2 shows, and then you want to say that I'm everywhere when there's 2 shows set up. One's paid to antagonize, and this one here is free for all, but the host doesn't say anything at all the whole time, so it's just a dead show unless you make it. So the other show is a show that is pre-planned, and it has pre-planned panel members.
When was the last time I was on here, A4? When was the last, since you have apparently kept records, when was the last time I was on here?
Who knows, whatever account that you've been using to join.
Oh,
you mean on that account?
You say I'm always on here, but I'm using super secret fucking accounts. Okay,
yeah,
you're fucking, dude, you are batshit crazy. I cannot believe nobody has picked your ass up yet.
You could be behind any of the accounts in the chat right now.
I guess I could be, and you could be too.
There's a possibility of that too. Yeah,
there is a possibility. Right? I think you're a double agent.
Considering I'm the one that's
you're super secret military.
That that's right. I'm the one that's bringing this.
You're at your own army
I'm the
base.
one that's bringing this topic up, and yeah, I'm the double. I'm the only one that's bringing this topic up. That there's fucking accounts here that are paid to be here, and we need to get rid of them. And I'm the double. So when I've actually provided proof several times now, I've shown several people here that know me personally, and I've got them to say who they are and who I am, and they state that
I've talked to you before, and I've had a civil conversation with you before, but you don't remember it because the meth is fucking your head up.
Oh, yeah, see, then we go with drug use accusation. I couldn't care if I had a civil accusation.
Well, who cares? I've seen you using it before on the internet, dude. I've seen you using it. I saw it. I saw you do it. I saw it personally.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I saw him. He was doing meth on the internet. I saw him doing it.
She's a paid troll. Don't trust
He's on all of these shows doing meth.
I don't do meth.
Believe in what she says. She's paid to say.
I mean, we're just going to make wild accusations. What the hell? Why not?
You could be Rex for all I know, and the amazing.
I could be.
You could be Atheist Rex for all I know.
I could be. You're right. We could all be somebody else.
There's this guy from the band called The Lost Prophets. He was their singer. He did some pretty fucked up shit on meth. I think his name was like Ian Watkins or something like that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, he was no, it's a singer.
No, I'm saying, is that Ian?
No, it's another one. It's like, the Lost
Another
Prophets.
Ian that uses meth. Thanks, man. At least we know that.
I didn't mean that.
There's
Sorry.
a common denominator. At least we know now there's a common denominator.
I meant there was a singer that was really effed up.
We can look into that though, because that's profound. If you ask me.
Ever heard the song?
We've heard about 2 Ians, and in 2 Ians they're both on meth.
Oh
no,
my
but this
gosh.
one,
maybe we should look into the drug use.
This guy wrote a song called "Last Train Home," Rooftop, Shinobi vs. Dragon.
Maybe we should look into the likeliness that people will use drugs based on their name. You know, like two Ians using meth.
I'm about to say something. This Ian was the guy that wrote Shinobi vs. Dragon Ninja, Last Train Home, Rooftops. Ever heard those songs?
Oh, I've heard those songs.
Standing on the roof.
Shinobi.
Ian,
yeah, there's.
I've heard Shinobi.
Shinobi vs. Dragon Ninja.
Zion, are you here there, Zion?
Just talk over A4. He doesn't listen anyway. He's got a boomerang in his butt.
So Ian, you laugh at that character when that person is using an impersonation account of me. They tell you to talk over me.
Because I'm funny.
They're using an impersonation account of me, and you don't see how that would antagonize somebody when they do it every day. I joined this hangout yesterday.
Did you just hear all of the fucking shit you said to me? Is your memory that short? You walk around and you smack everybody in the face, and you get a reaction, and you act surprised. Are you retarded? A little bit, maybe?
The victim card. It's been going on 4 years, you fucking moron. You want to bring up today and the things I said today. What about the way they treated me yesterday? Or for the last 4 years,
who
you fucking
treated
pedophile
you?
dog? Are you a pedophile? Are you a pedophile? Because you want to defend the things that they've done when they're the ones that started
Who is they? I don't even know who you're talking
this
about.
Idiot that's using an impersonation account in the fucking panel right now. And
I'm not using an impersonation. Oh.
You fucking retarded. It's an impersonation account, and you laugh at it. Are you fucking retarded? Are you a mature adult? Do you want to be taken seriously?
No.
Not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this Iron fella. Do you want to be taken seriously? Because, like, I could go
You mean like you?
I could go back on my...
Every time you show up anywhere, it's a fucking circus. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that?
What?
Even if it wasn't a circus before you showed up, it turns into one. Why is that? Because you're bringing the fucking circus with you. It's a goddamn traveling circus.
No, you're retarded. You are retarded.
Okay.
So you're telling me that their actions are caused by me when I joined the show to talk to whoever I want to, and this person followed me on a sock account to troll me. Somehow that's my fault. Somehow that's my fault when this fucking idiot is sitting on the panel with us. You have not said a word to them about using an impersonation account that will get this channel taken down because that is against YouTube rules and regulations.
You're claiming the same thing about me. Did you notice that? Oh my God.
Rules and regulations.
This is an exercise in futility.
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because this person is using an impersonation account. They're using an impersonation account on this panel right now that you're participating, and you have not said any word to him when I'm trying to point it out, and you keep on avoiding what I'm saying. Like, can you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I can hear the tears coming out of your mouth.
There is a person.
You're about to cry, aren't you?
This person right here, and you find that mature, the same person that's trying to antagonize me now and has not added anything at all. You have not had a reasonable conversation with that person. You tell me that you've had a reasonable conversation with me. You have not talked to this person.
I'm really Jeff Stewart.
On an impersonation account.
I'm Jeff Stewart.
You won't say a word to them. You won't say a word to them.
A4, you're a piece of shit.
Who's Jeff Stewart?
Who knows?
I'm Jeff Stewart. I am also in the chat. If you look down, I'm Jeff Stewart. I'm in the chat.
Why is there a picture of a guy in a dress, though?
He's using an impersonation account. He's only here to try and get the channel taken down. They use illegal methods. This is cyber attack, cyber bullying.
I mean, I think it would have to be like nudity, wouldn't it? Or is that like I don't know?
That's it, right? Exactly, inappropriate material and whatnot. I've already tried to flag it, and it will be getting flagged.
It would have been a lot worse if it was like nudity. Like that's not, but like I've seen stuff like that happen.
That is against YouTube rules and regulations. He's using an impersonation account. Yes, it is, and he's cyberbullying, and he's not here to actually add any to the conversation other than cyberbullying. That's what I'm trying to bring to your attention. Is you have.
I saw something happening
on what is actually affecting these shows right now. It's trolls like that, people that want to impersonate other people that are only here to antagonize other people. I'm truthful about who I am. I've told everybody who I am, and I show my face, and yet this person has never been truthful about who they are, and they're on an impersonation account right now, and nobody wants to say anything but me. And you don't see how I won't attack you people, if you want to call it that. I call it retaliating when you're defending them by letting them participate. Every time I try to talk, I either get talked over by one of the panel members or that fucking impersonation account.
Yeah, I think a few months ago there was these two trolls that came in with like 9/11 pictures and like porn, no joke. They like came to the hangout and like put it all over. It was really bad.
The trolls? Here's a network of trolls. They're paid to do this. It don't make no sense. Hey, what happened to Scotty, dude? Shit.
They must have dropped.
Oh, man.
I just went to get my orders, so...
So you talk with an impersonation account instead of telling them to leave and rejoin on their proper account, so that they can have a proper conversation.
He knows who I am, so it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. I'm called.
It doesn't really matter. If you knew how to do real research, you'd know who I was.
It doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. I'm talking about your.
You obviously do.
Level, your own maturity level. No, I'm talking about your own maturity level, where you have to use impersonation accounts to fucking show up. That's all you're here for. You're here to fucking show up, so that nobody actually gets to a real conversation.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I'm not going to talk when there's an impersonation account in here.
Oh, well, I guess everybody would have to leave.
When he's impersonating me, right now he's got my name, he's got an account called A4.
Wait, is that you?
He's using,
that is him. I found that in his mom's dresser.
Yeah, that's right. He uses my name with an inappropriate picture, so then he goes around other chats. He posts stupid shit, so then people think that that's me. Thank you very much, Iron. You're very mature.
Oh.
You can laugh. It shows you your maturity level. Other people will be watching, and they'll put you in the same category that you deserve to be.
Right. Not mature like you mean. Sure.
Yeah, dude. When considering that you're the one that won't say a word to him about what he's doing right now.
I just had you unleashed for about 20 minutes straight. You're this, you're that, you're on a military base. I mean, you're claiming that I'm a military agent. Do you remember that? It was just a few minutes ago.
No wonder you're defending your mate then. No wonder you won't
say right. But you just got confused for a minute, and I was supposed to come out against him. Do the double cross?
That's the reason. You're so dumb, you don't even realize that I was showing the audience how you won't actually expose what needs to be exposed. You'll avoid the obvious. You're one of the character clowns that avoids the obvious.
Right. How long have you felt like this, A4?
You can sit there and try and twist it all you want. You're not a fucking psychologist.
I'm not twisting it. I'm just trying to understand.
You're not a psychologist. Don't try and ask me about my past or my future. You're not a psychologist.
Are you used to that? You're used to that question, aren't you?
See, look at this person trying to antagonize me yet again. Oh. Instead of avoiding talking on the actual issue that there's an impersonation account in this hangout right now, which could get this channel taken down, he avoids that and antagonizes the person that is impersonating.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you where it went with me. One day you called for a hangout. I answered, and you went fucking batshit crazy. And I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And you're like, how old are you? Where do you work? What's your first and last name? Give me your social security number. I'm going to find out what your IP address is. And I was like, who is this fucking crazy person? That's how I met you, A4.
This person wants to talk about an event that nobody knows anything about and avoid the actual issue that's right here.
So are you denying it? You don't remember it, do you?
See this? He is avoiding it, trying to bring up past situations to avoid the situation that's going on right now. The fact that one of his friends is using an impersonation account to try and get the channel taken down.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Well, eventually it will, because it's an impersonation account. It's against YouTube rules and regulations.
Okay, good point. Well said.
I'm just trying to show people that are watching that, yes, I might overreact, but there's a reason for it, because these people that are here, whoever they are, character clowns, they are here to antagonize real people so then they can get their material elsewhere.
That's right. You have enemies all around you, A4. Don't trust anybody.
No, I just have a select group of paranormal ghost, paranormal fucking dumbass cunts, because that's what it is. All these fucking idiots are from the... Yes, that's what it is. You don't think I know who you are. All these paranormal hunters and these ghost hunters, all them faggots that made all them shit videos a couple years ago, all the fucking Jeff Stewarts and all that, alright? All these faggot ghost hunter fucking friends, all these faggoty ass ghost hunter friends, they all fucking jumped on board this flat earth because they fucking realised that nobody's fallen for their Bigfoot videos or their UFO videos, so now they're sitting on flat earth trying to hope and pray that they can either twist it some way that they can get revenue out of it.
And you started it all, didn't you? And they're trying to take it from you. Why would they do that to you?
Military scumbag dog. Tell me more, hoorah. Tell me more, soldier.
I'm actually in the house right next door to you, looking in your window.
Yeah, cool story. Oh, yeah.
With everybody else.
You try to make out like people are, what would you say, crazy or speaking irrationally, but the claims that I've said, everybody agrees with that you people are not truthful about who you are, and you use stupid methods.
Stupid methods.
Indeed. Look at what you're doing. Like, you could leave right now and rejoin on your proper account, but you choose not to over and over again.
What if this is my proper account? You ripped me off. Everybody report A4. He's an imposter. He's taking me account and ripping me off. He's impersonating me. Everyone report A4. 4DM, whatever your name is. This guy is an imposter. ripping me off.
We're all imposters.
You can sit there. You can see. That's the problem with you. There, Iron is. I don't mind if you hate me and you don't want to talk to me. All right, but the way that you hold yourself and you do not like that, you find this is a parody when I can still talk to other people and I have every right to add my opinion to a conversation. Yet you do not say to the person that you personally know and you've had conversations outside of this, just to leave so then we can have a productive conversation somewhere along the lines here, because it seems like every time you're here impersonating him, he fucking reacts this way, all right?
What are you talking about now? What are you on about now? Everywhere you go, there's people watching you. They're following you everywhere you go.
Every step I take.
That's what I was thinking of.
Every move you make. Every single...
See how you do it. You antagonize people so they have to...
I hope this is the Puff Daddy version of the song. Not that Sting piece of shit.
They have to repeat themselves, and then you try to mock them because they've repeated themselves. Like, obviously, I'm going to repeat myself when you constantly talk over me and nobody can hear what I'm saying. There we go. More talking over me with dumb, stupid...
You'd never shut up. That's part of the problem.
Oh,
do you have something useful to say besides just accusing everybody of attacking you? Do you have anything...
Can you tell the impersonation account to leave, considering he just attacked me?
I can't tell anybody to leave. This isn't my house.
It's an impersonation account. You cannot hold yourself productively, then you don't deserve to have any conversation. Why would anybody want to have a conversation with you, Ian? There we go. Why would anybody want to have a conversation with you, Aaron? When all you do is let people impersonate other people. You're not here for constructive. Why don't you fuck off? Go back to the other hangout. You fuck a bunch of pedophiles.
You like to make that claim a lot too, don't you?
Yeah, you and your stupid mate George sit there trying
It makes me wonder, is this inverted? Who are we talking about? Are you talking about somebody else or yourself?
To the conversation other than attack. All you've done this whole time is come in and direct the conversation towards me. You and your friends. Fuck you. That shows you the maturity level. You won't leave. Your friends won't leave, so then I can have conversation with other people. Because you're only here to antagonize me.
Right. The circus doesn't follow you wherever you go. You're being gang stalked. I'm sure of it. You have enemies all around you.
Playing soundboard about me. He's using a fucking impersonation account about me. He's interrupting me.
Don't blow it up.
I don't care. You're just digging the hole. Anybody that's watching knows that you people are immature now.
Right. They know it. Unlike you.
They know it. Okay? Yeah, that's who you are. Ron is saying James Harris. So why do you antagonize me? Yeah. Event skeptic. Ron is saying James Harris. That's who you are.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
And that's how it works. That's how it works. You're event skeptic, and that's giggity good.
Oh fuck! My wife was fucking everybody in Pittsburgh.
Iron just fucked up and broke character. That's event skeptic. That is event skeptic, and the other person is giggity goop. Yep, there we go. He just broke character. That is event skeptic.
You motherfucker! Oh fuck!
I don't even know what giggity goop is.
I don't know what it is either, dude.
What is it?
It's...
Maybe somebody in the side chat can tell us.
Troll account? I think it's a troll account or something.
It's a troll account, okay.
He accuses everybody of the same thing. Everything that he does, he accuses everybody else of.
That's true. It's true, and it's kind of a sad state of affairs. Like I said, I never had any problem with him until he called me one day. And that set me off, threatening me, I'm going to get your IP address, and you're not who you say you are, and all kinds of... I was like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah. God, I remember I got the call, too, so I know where you're coming from. I didn't actually hear it, but I was on the list for some reason.
Oh, I answered it, and I was like, somebody wants to chit-chat or something. Seriously, I was not prepared for it. I was just going to be like, hey, man, what's going on? Who is this? What do you want to talk about?
I had a call.
You're bamboozled.
I got a phone call today of some robotic voice. Like, I answered the phone and all the robotic voice said was goodbye, and he just hung up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a robotic voice, too.
That just makes your life a lot
It said hello and then just hung up. Yeah, that's strange.
It said goodbye.
Oh, it said goodbye.
Yeah, it was like really random.
Wow, that's pretty unusual.
That's like the Johnny Cab in Total Recall. Get ready for a surprise, or whatever it is. It's the head. My bad.
It's the what?
I mixed them up. The Johnny Cab and the lady's head from Total Recall. I mixed them up. Fuck, my bad.
No, that's all right.
I'm worse than A4. No worries.
Yeah, most of my phone numbers now, if I don't recognize it, I just don't answer it. Leave a message, right? Because it's usually I don't know, somebody spamming me or something. They want something. Little Ethiopian kids in Africa need your help, and we have the lottery ticket, and if you just pay the taxes on it, you can get the lottery funds. My girlfriend got one that said it claimed it was the sheriff's department, and they were on their way to collect her federal taxes or something to that effect. But if she gave them a credit card right now, they could stop it.
Who believes this stuff, man?
Well, I mean, maybe if you're like an 80-year-old lady or something, you might buy it. I mean, you're like, oh my God, the police are here to arrest me. So somebody, works on some people apparently. I mean, it's phishing, of course, but
yeah, not too bright. Yeah, it's just like the lottery. Fucking, it's in the numbers. So eventually, someone's gonna crack.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys, everybody's had that the image come up on your screen, on your computer, and it says your computer is infected with a virus.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right. And call this number or whatever, and we'll correct it for you. So most people have had that sort of experience, and I guess if you're sort of naive, well, you might do it.
Yeah, right. That sucks for some people, man. But I guess it's their own fault. I guess, what else could it be? You just have to be perceptive, man. Fucking tough world out there.
Yeah, I guess you just have to be on your toes a little bit. But to be fair, my mom called me, with that sort of alert. And what should I do? And I was like, don't do anything, right? Turn the computer off. I'll fix it. But don't call anybody or anything. But yeah, she thought, well, maybe I really do. And maybe I need to call these people.
Not everybody knows about computers, so it makes sense,
Yeah, it does. So, but I've never had somebody just call me and say goodbye.
Yeah, first time it ever happened to me.
Yeah, that's
does not make sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's like really effed up.
Right, you're puzzled. Like, did I do the wrong thing by answering my phone or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe there's something going on that I don't know about it.
Yeah, that's strange. Well, maybe it was sort of in the midst of a recording or something. Maybe it was. Well, I was going to say maybe it was talking to your answering service or whatever, but I guess that wouldn't work like that. I don't know. That is strange.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go figure. So I watched Phantasm with the P the other night. You guys remember that movie? It's like from 79 or something.
Yeah. I was born in the late 90s, so I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, well, it's an old one.
No, is it cartoon or is it live action?
No, it's a live movie. It's a horror, I don't know what you'd call it, supernatural horror movie. It's well, if you guys have never seen it, I mean, its big claim to fame is there's this flying ball that sort of flies around with barbs sticking out of it, and it launches itself into people's heads, and blood shoots out. It's really a pretty freaking strange movie. But I mean, I saw it when I was a little kid, and I was like, I need to rewatch it again and see if I can figure out what the hell was going on. And even now, I'm still not sure. So I guess they did it right. So it's probably a cult classic.
I think it is. I'm looking it up, and there's so much fan art based on the movie right in the Google search. It looks interesting, man. I would like to see this. I'm a big fan of the older movies, so fuck yeah, dude. Thank you for hooking me up with something to watch.
Yeah, go check it out.
I don't like any of the stuff that's coming out these days, dude. So this is great.
Yeah, check it out. Like I said, it's it's different. Let's put it like that. So yeah, it's worth checking out. It's
like it's got some sequels. Dude.
Oh, it does, huh?
Yeah, probably get a lot gorier than the first one, I'm sure.
You guys have seen Evil Dead 2, I'm sure, right? That's a classic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's like a remake of Evil Dead 1, which I didn't quite follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Evil Dead 1. No, it wasn't as good. Well, Evil Dead 2 had a little bit of comedy in it, and I don't know. You find yourself, it's kind of spooky, and then you laugh at the same time. So that's I don't know. I think a classic.
Oh, for sure. I love how it leads into Army of Darkness, which is just a fantastic film in and of itself, dude. I can't get enough of Army of Darkness.
Is that that's a sequel?
Too. Yeah.
Okay.
Where Ash goes into the time portal, and then he goes back into medieval times, and he's got to fight.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
You haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, you're missing out, dude. It's so cool. It's like old school Terminator with the
animation style and stuff. They've got like walk skeletons, all sorts of crazy creatures, and it's pretty much a medieval movie, dude. It's fucking sick, man. I definitely highly recommend you go watch that movie, Army of Darkness. And it picks up right after Evil Dead 2, so, I mean, if you know a lot about Evil Dead, it should be a great story. It's like a trilogy almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm writing
Is that a zombie movie?
What?
Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 sounds like a zombie movie.
No, it's not a zombie movie.
What is it?
Well, I guess they're
more like ghouls. They deal with basically demons that come from people using some old school.
The Book of the Dead.
The Book of the Dead.
The precept here is that somebody reads a passage from the Book of the Dead, which is recovered in a tomb or something to that effect, and it sort of opens up this porthole to another dimension, and that it's sort of followed by all kinds of supernatural effects, and I don't know. It triggers a whole series of events, I guess. So
is it worth watching?
Yeah, Evil Dead 2. Yeah, it's a cult classic, as they call it. It's injected with a lot of humor and.
What about Evil Dead 1 then? Obviously, that's a fucking sequel. So what about the first?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I guess I've seen it, but I couldn't actually speak to it. I mean, it's not imbued in my memory.
It's basically the same movie, but with a lot less going on. It's basically a remake of Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead 1 is just the two people go out to hang out in the cabin. In part 2, it's the same story, except they bring two friends along, and it kind of changes from there. It's weird. I don't know why they remade it and then called it Evil Dead 2. It's the weirdest thing. Maybe I'm missing out on something there. I don't know. But I'm confused, because they're both the same movie, but they change it up part 2 for some reason. It's so weird. Don't make
that might be the personal directors fucking trick. Some of the directors have like hidden Easter eggs within their movies.
Yeah, it's got to be something like that, man.
No, it's a cool movie, though. What else did I want to... Oh, you know what I want to watch, too, is Altered States. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's another one of those. I think I saw it when I was a kid, and I'm like, I need to go back and watch that again.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I think I've seen the artwork from that movie, but I've never actually watched it.
I haven't seen that movie for a while. Like, a really, really good movie. Fucking couple of years now, really.
Yeah, dude. They don't make good movies anymore.
Like, I thought that Central Intelligence might be funny, but it was just average. Everything's average. Like, I'm even willing to go watch Ghostbusters now, because everything else that I've seen is shit. So it's like, well, I might as well watch Ghostbusters because it's shit. I've heard it's shit, but everything else is shit too.
It's really hard to get into anything nowadays, like as far as movies.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking pretty hard. But what else can you do when you're bored of fucking brain and you don't want to fucking look into bullshit anymore?
I kind of just like Star Wars movies that come out now.
I don't know. The last one was pretty lame.
I think Revenge of the Sith was probably my favorite one, just because the whole Darth Vader rise kind of thing.
Who's your favorite Star Trek character?
Was that the one with Darth Maul?
No, the one that's Phantom Menace. Revenge of the Sith is one where Anakin becomes Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
Is that the one
where him and Obi-Wan
have
that?
Go through loop around the sun and then take it back in time? That's the same movie, right?
I don't think so.
No.
Is it?
No. We're talking about Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars.
I thought they were the same thing.
No, you didn't.
I'm only joking, man.
Oh, okay.
I thought the Anakin and Obi-Wan lightsaber duel was pretty cool.
My favorite Star Trek is the one where they go back and save the fucking whales. I love that one.
With all the
back in San Francisco.
Sorry, I had to throw that out there. I saw it when I was a kid, and I was so disgusted. I was like, "This is so stupid."
Yeah.
With all the
conspiracy on that was strange.
Yeah, with all the conspiracy theorists and open-minded people that are coming together within these like communities lately, like somebody should write down a script of like some type of a movie or some shit. It'll be pretty good. It'll be entertaining to watch for all the far-fetched theories that come out, and it'd be like they could make it pretty rational too, because you've got smart people that are coming out with the mathematics, so you could sit there and have it look actual plausible.
Yeah, you probably could.
Like
there's plenty of backstory.
A flat Earth movie, you know what I mean? A flat Earth movie or something like that, you know what I mean? Something similar to what somebody would experience when they wake up with the flat Earth, and then make it like it is, and then make it like extreme, like the government starts to kill people off and turn it into a very big conspiracy. You know what I mean? It's like take it to extremes. It'll be fun to watch that type of movie.
Oh, I think Stephen King actually did something like that. Sorry, go ahead.
Stephen King.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just talking out of my my ass.
Oh well, he did Under the Dome, right? He had a series in that regard called Under the Dome, I think. I mean, it was a sort of microcosm of it wasn't flat Earth, but of course there was a dome. So it's sort of, I don't know, it's indicative of that, I guess.
Yeah, he's got some really good movies, though. Like Stephen King's It, the Clown movie, that was fucking pretty freaky.
Oh, fuck yeah. Pennywise.
When I was young, I've watched it now, and it's pretty lame now, but back when I was a kid, that was the most terrifying movie I'd ever seen. I hated clowns for years. I still have, if I see a clown, shit, clown, fuck, it's not it, it's all right. He's not going to take me down in the drain. They don't float down there.
They're remaking that one, too, I guess, now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Who are they going to use? Same guy that played it last time?
I think it's some guy named Edward Skarsgård. I don't even know his name. Some actor. I can't remember the name exactly.
I think the same. Isn't the old actor from Stephen King's It still alive?
Yeah, Tim. I think he is. Yeah.
Tim Curry,
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, they should use him again because he has the best character. Don't float down. That was the killer. He'd kill kids for days.
I heard he isn't in the best shape. I guess so. He's like 70 something. I think.
Oh, what?
That'd be the creepiest clown you'd ever see. 80 years old.
Maybe he's got a son or some shit that they could hire.
Yeah, they probably could. I heard something I guess he's in the best shape or whatever. I don't know.
He probably looks like Carl from Aqua Teen.
I hope they don't ruin it. They could make it really good too. So I hope they don't ruin it.
It was already pretty well done, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd rather watch the classic. If they ruin it, I'll just keep the classic. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rare when they do it and get it right. I mean, it can happen, but it doesn't happen very often.
Hey, Ian, did you see the new Mad Max movie? What did you think about that?
No, I actually didn't see it.
No?
Well, I don't know. I read a lot of the reviews on it, and I was sort of skeptical.
Yeah, are you a fan?
Yeah,
are you a fan of the old one?
Yeah, I am actually. Sure, those post-apocalyptic movies, those are always fun. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, man. That's an interesting, intriguing topic. So, definitely watching movies like that myself. But yeah, I would say I was happy with it. I thought it was great.
There's plenty of character development then and that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's plenty of character development, and the fucking chase never ends. A lot of the times I would just watch the end of Road Warrior over and over just for the car chase shit. But this movie is like a car chase throughout the whole movie. It's cool. It's right up my alley. It's interesting, man. I'd say check it out. It's a different take, but they didn't really ruin it. I mean, in my opinion, but everybody has their own,
Yeah, right. Well, I'll check it out for sure. I don't know. It looked like one of those. If there's too much action, I actually lose interest. If it's just explosion after explosion, that doesn't actually doesn't hold my attention. So,
no, it's not like that. It's got a cool story, dude. It's definitely something to watch. It's interesting, very interesting. I mean,
have you seen the Tarzan movie? Shit.
No, man. Is it shit?
Yeah, it's shit.
I've never liked Tarzan, so I would never fuck with it.
Girls, man. They made it for girls. It's just fucking some naked dude running around the bush the whole time. It's fuck off. I ain't watching this shit.
Oh, and you didn't like it?
No, man. It's fucking stupid. He fights the fucking gorilla for fuck's sake. He comes out of it.
He fucks a gorilla?
The gorilla pounds him in the back. It's dude, you'd be fucking dead.
Damn.
And then he hops up and walks away. It's no, I don't like that movie. I can't pop that.
Fuck that movie then.
What was the new Jungle Book movie like? Anyways, was it similar?
I didn't watch that one.
I don't know.
Was it based in Compton?
I don't know. It looked a lot darker than the Disney movie, though. That's for sure.
The Jungle Book, isn't that like a children's movie or something?
Yeah, well, they remade it recently, so yeah.
I remember watching a little bit of it, but it was shit quality, so
yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I don't know. I just saw the trailer for it a few months ago, so I was like, I don't know. It looked pretty dark, though.
How about Wizards? Have you guys seen that? That's an oldie but a goodie.
Nope. What's that one about?
Yeah, that sounds familiar. It's an animation, isn't it?
It is an animation. Yeah, it's about, you have the simple plot of good versus evil, and you have a sort of good wizard versus a bad wizard, but it's sort of post-apocalyptic too. It's sort of an alternative universe post-apocalyptic animation, I guess. But if you guys have never seen it, it's really worth checking out. I guess it's sort of similar to a sort of Lord of the Rings universe, I guess, but it's different in a lot of ways. It's really hard to. It's kind of hard to codify. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like Lord of the Rings meets Star Trek meets not Star Trek, but Star Wars meets Heavy Metal 2000.
Heavy Metal, yeah.
I read Lord of the Rings book 2 years before they brought the movies out. I was like, everybody else hated the movies, but I thought it was pretty good considering I'd read the book. book, and the books are like very detailed. They've done pretty good for the movie. You can't make it like a 20-hour fucking. They did really. They made it as long as they could, and it was still not good enough for all the dramatic fans. But I found it entertaining. I still watch it from time to time.
Fuck yeah, that's a good movie to smoke a joint to, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, The Lord of the Rings?
The Hobbit too.
Yeah, Gandalf starts puffing away. It's like, yeah, fucking up, dude. I'll light up Paul. Up this way. We're having a session now. Me and Gandalf.
Fuck yeah. That's funny. Me too. I do that too.
I read them all when I was a teenager. No, I thought actually the movies were pretty well done. I mean, all things considered, I think he stayed true to the books. Not The Hobbit, of course, but and they're great in the winter here when we have lots of snow. You know, you're like, oh, I'm going to take the day off and just watch The Lord of the Rings, the whole thing, the trilogy.
The Hobbit was the cut and paste. So it's just snippets. But like I said, what can you really do? Can you make a 20, 30-hour movie, or can you just snippet it up and show some entertaining dragon scene? Like Smaug, how they detailed Smaug, that was fucking pretty good. I'd rather just watch the dragon scenes than see a whole bunch of infill.
Yeah, well, I didn't like The Hobbit too much. It reminded me of a big video game. I was like, wow, product placement all over, and I'm sure they turned it into a game, so I could kind of see it. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, but these days companies like to try and spread their market out, make the revenue however they can, get it back. They've got to press their shareholders, otherwise they won't be able to produce another movie.
Well, I get it, but I'm just telling you that it smells of franchise. That's what I mean. I mean, I can detect it, and they didn't. It was pretty thinly veiled. That was my problem. Come on, hide it a little better, guys.
Yeah,
that's all. That's where I go. And I haven't seen the new Star Wars yet, so I'm in no hurry.
It's pretty boring, really. The actors.
Oh, is that right?
The girl tries too hard. Sort of, you can see that she's going to be a Jedi before she's Jedi. Just the way they promote her. And then the bad dude's the worst bad dude I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Josh Groban. Josh Groban?
I don't.
Well, I know he's an opera singer. He kind of looks like him a little bit. It's kind of weird.
Josh Groban. I shall Google him. Let's see.
He's going through what looks to be a gay depressive state. You know what I mean? When he's supposed to be a bad dude. It does though. You know what I mean? It's
funny, yeah.
He's supposed to be angry, raging and bashing shit and whatnot. But he's oh, my daddy. It's come on, man. It took him 5 minutes to kill his dad. I would have been slashing up if I was the bad dude on fucking coming a Jedi on the dark side, and you're thinking in your head that if you kill your dad, you're gonna become some super bad dude, and you get ultimate bad power, is what he was thinking. Well, then you chop him up. You know what I mean? Make the movie dramatic, but didn't get me into it. I won't be watching the next one if they make a sequel to that.
Yeah, who needs it, man?
I'll be just skipping that one, waiting for that bad Jedi to die. When that bad Jedi dies, then I'll watch Star Wars again. But that guy's shit.
You mean what's his name?
Whoever killed fucking Han Solo.
Oh, they mean that guy is a pretty bad actor.
No spoilers.
My God.
Kenny Rogers was in it? He's a bad actor.
Kenny Rogers.
The ghost of Hayden Christensen's acting career.
Don't get me wrong, I like the guy the clone that wakes up. He was a really good actor. I watched it 3 times to see how good he really does act, and he got me into the movie every time. And same as the other character, that wing fighter, the one that gives him the jacket. Their little story, that was pretty cool. That got me to the movie, but the bad Jedi, he just ruined it. So for any of the directors out there, you know how to fix your next one. Kill the bad Jedi off and then somehow bring some Han Solo back. Alternate universe. Bring Marvel in if they do that. Does anybody like movies with fucking, what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, he's okay.
It depends, I guess.
Yeah, I know he dies in 3 of the movies he's in, I think.
He's a good actor, I reckon.
Yeah, I think I saw 3 movies with him, and he died in all 3. Titanic, The Departed, and that Django movie. God,
he didn't die in the most recent one, so
well, guess not.
Redemption is nigh.
It's all the action-y or romantic type of movies he dies in.
Yeah, it's that sort of lost youth or youth cut short. They like to portray him that way, I think. He's getting a little old now, though, but yeah.
Yeah.
I watched his last movie. What was the one? I can't even remember the name of it. I wasn't a big fan of it. That survival.
Is it The Great Gatsby? Or?
No, that's the survival movie where he's seeking revenge and.
Yeah, The Revenant, where he's crawling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty lame, but he's still done a half decent considering it was a movie where he crawled the whole time. Like the story plot was, all right, a guy gets sort of fucked up and then he has to try and make it back by crawling.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
like that. To even take a role like that is pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. Well, there was very little dialogue in it, I guess, really, and I don't know. It just wasn't my style of movie, but it was okay. I like survival movies, don't get me wrong, but it just, I don't know. Maybe it was too down or something. And then, of course, he does a lot of swimming in the river in the middle of winter, and I'm like, well, how in the hell is he surviving that? He doesn't make a fire. I mean, it just, I don't know. It strained credulity for me, so it had that sort of component to it as well.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm a critic.
There's this movie. You guys know Jim Carrey, right? Like, familiar with his movies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's this movie that he's in called Lemony Snicket's. It's based off the book. Ever seen it?
No, I don't think I have.
No.
Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
I know.
Is this is in his early career then, or something?
No, it's like 2004. It's actually a pretty good movie, though.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's like a recent one, like 12 years ago kind of thing. It's actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah, okay. I'll add it to my list.
Yeah.
When I hear Jim Carrey, I just think of fucking The Truman Show. It's like, yeah, Truman Show. Everybody's in The Truman Show.
Yeah,
and Dumb and Dumber. That's a funny one.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, right. Dumb and Dumber fucking rules, man. Good one. One of my favorites. I went back and listened to the soundtrack of that movie recently. There's a lot of good songs on that soundtrack.
Dumb and Dumber fucking rules.
Like 90s grunge rock, or?
Oh, The Mask. The Mask was pretty good.
Pretty much. Yeah, dude, The Mask fucking funny. Dude, all of Jim Carrey's early shit is fucking standard gold, man, for sure.
Yeah. Then they turned their movies a bit weird. It started being like more apocalyptic. Everything gets destroyed.
There's this movie that Mike Myers is in called Cat in the Hat, and it's actually so bad that it's actually really funny. It's Cat in the Hat starring Mike Myers.
Yeah, I've seen the previews to that when it was first coming out, but I didn't see it. Didn't watch it.
It's actually so horrible, but it's actually laughable because of how bad it is.
What is it, basically Shrek with different characters? You know how like Austin Powers is basically Shrek with different characters?
No, it's just like Cat in the Hat. I don't know, just a weird laugh. It's a fucked up movie. There's a lot of like sexual innuendos too. It's a fucked up movie. It's in a kids movie too, by the way. It's like, what were they thinking?
I just downloaded 9 Miles Down. I have yet to watch it, but it's about the Russian deep drilling experiment. So I'm curious to see where they go with it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but the Russians had a sort of deep drilling experiment, which was sort of analogous to a space program. I mean, that's how intent they were upon it. They were dumping money into it, and that's all the further they could go was 9 miles, and their bits just kept melting as though there was some sort of barrier there or something. So I'm curious to see how they portray it in the movie. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? The Russian deep drilling experiment?
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, as opposed to going up, they went down. So
didn't they just reach like a certain drilling like point and measurement down?
Yeah, 9 miles, I think. Oh, well, I thought it was 8 actually, but the movie's called 9 miles, so I'm gonna assume that's correct.
Well, they probably like they couldn't get through the 9th mile or something like that.
Yeah, well, there's a sort of reoccurring theme here when you look at the depth of the oceans and that sort of thing. I mean, the deepest anybody's been down is something like 8 miles, right? It's a sort of reoccurring theme, so it makes me wonder.
Yeah, man, Marianas Trench is, I think, the lowest point they can get to.
Oh, is it? Yeah, that sounds about right. That was, yeah. I think the deepest they've ever gone is actually when they were filming Titanic, which, hey, what a synchronicity, since we were just talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. But I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 miles. So it's a sort of reoccurring theme. Like, nobody can go below 8 miles.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, that is strange.
I wonder if there's a new mineral down there that we haven't been able to penetrate. Penetration.
You'll wake up the turtles. You can't go in there.
It's the back of a turtle, is it?
I watched a movie, or like a snippet, a documentary from a snippet, sorry, and it was a guy saying that he went into the ocean and they had a firmament, like there was a layer that they could not penetrate, that they were in a submarine, and they were found like a ring of what looked like to be shellfish, and they tried to descend through the middle of it, and the submarine like bounced off, and they couldn't penetrate the firmament, what it seemed to be a firmament.
Yeah, I believe that was in Planet Earth. They were going in it. Yeah, Yeah, I've seen that. It's like a whole different, complete type of water. They can't really they can't make the transition over. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's salient, right? So it's right. It has that's the official version, at least. It has more salt deposits in it, right? So it's more salient and has more buoyancy, and you just sort of bounce off. That's the official explanation, at least. But it is pretty cool if you've ever seen it. I mean, it's wreathed around it with all of these shellfish, and then there's just this void there. So you just sort of, I don't know, bounce off of it. It really is strange. It seems like, you could adjust the buoyancy rate of your submarine, though, to descend into it somehow. But I don't know, maybe it's the two mediums, you couldn't do it without sort of getting crushed or something. I'm not really sure exactly, but
that's weird.
It is weird. If you guys have ever seen it, it really is pretty cool, though, if you check it out. I mean, the guy that experienced it, he's very excited about it for sure. And in fact, I don't think he lives much longer.
Well, I don't think he lived much longer after that. No wonder they would have killed him. I mean, like, shut the fuck up. You've been talking about the firmament. People in Australia are talking about what you've said now. Shut up, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't speak to that. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened. I think did he have a heart attack? I can't remember, but it was something to that effect. But something did happen to him. He wasn't around much longer, so that's kind of interesting.
It is, though. That's very interesting. I wonder if the military have gone back down there and tried to descend into whatever it is, or actually tried to figure out what it is. If they're down there experimenting.
Well, I mean, officially, I guess the oceans are less explored than space. That's my understanding. I mean, we know very little about the oceans.
That should be the first place that we studied, really, considering that it's a lot easier for us to go into the water and down than shooting rockets up in the air.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you would certainly think so, huh?
You would. Do you think that we'd have, like, the waters under control at least before we tried to take over the air? Considering we can't fly, we can swim, but we can't fly, I think the smartest thing would have been to try to half dominate the waters.
Well, I guess the theory here is the pressures are just unbearable. I mean, I don't know, though. Is it more hostile than space? Boy, I don't know. That's hard to say.
They both have their drawbacks, so yeah, it's hard to say. But they're both equally dangerous. They're just dangerous in different ways.
Did you guys know that nobody has ever died in space? How about that as a cool fact?
That they tell us.
That is weird, right?
Well, I mean, officially, nobody's ever died in space. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's weird, too, because you assume it's probably the most hostile environment there is.
It's got to be one of the most life-risking things that you could accomplish, you know what I mean? Like, that's just nuts. That's a good point, Ian.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange, too. I don't know. I was like, no, that's ridiculous, and I went to look it up, and I was like, nope, nobody ever has died in space. Low Earth orbit, yes, but,
I live in Denver, and I used to have, like, relatives that were older, like elderly, and they'd have a hard time coming up here because it's so hard for them from another state. It's about a mile high. They call it the Mile High City for that exact reason. But if people like that, like my aunt and uncle, had problems with respiratory issues, you would think that people going up into the atmosphere would probably, it's multiplied times however much, but it's a lot more than coming up to Colorado. You think that they'd have similar experiences, collapse, or like, what the fuck? It just makes no sense, man. Craziness.
But it was troublesome for them to come there?
Yeah, they had a really hard time breathing. Like they didn't like coming up here because it's just so hard to breathe. And it's weird. You'd have to have cars like tuned differently up here and everything. It's a big difference from the rest of the continent, I guess you could say. But yeah, you could factor something like that into the equation. You would expect to see some people dying. If 500 people have been to space, supposedly, 10% of them should be dead. What's that?
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
Nah, because...
What's your input?
They don't go high enough, and the ones that apparently do are in the vehicles that they've modified specifically for that, and they're ready for that. So it's like countermeasures have been taking enough, like they spend enough money to make sure these people don't die. If it was just everyday people, then they wouldn't have the money, but these people are spending a lot of money to make sure that these people aren't dying.
And don't you think that they'd probably lose a lot more people during re-entrance, like when they're in the Soyuz capsule and shit like that? I mean, it's in the numbers that stuff like that should fuck up more often when it comes in.
Yeah, man.
It's in the first run. It's in trial, basically. You know what I mean?
Especially the moon landings and that sort of thing. I mean, you don't know what you're going to encounter. You have a sort of vague idea, but
at the same time,
I think they'd go through like vigorous testing to get them used to what they're going to be going through. So they wouldn't be.
But you can't get used to having your blood boiled. That's where I go with it. Like if your blood is right.
But send people up that are more susceptible to having their blood boil and whatnot. You know, these soldiers that have trained for this, they're not going to send people up that are going to die from simple heart attacks and whatnot. You know, they find these very fit whatnot people. Well, that's my opinion of it. But in saying that, the astronauts that I've seen them showing on their own footage doesn't really add up to my own theory there. So you know, I see like fat people up there and whatnot. So in my theory, it's like only fit people would be allowed to go up there. You know, you'd have to be a select criteria to get up there. But what I see, any Joe Blow's able to get up there. I'm contradicting my own statement. I don't know.
Just one question. You guys ever heard of a guy named Luke Dog?
Nope.
I haven't.
Yeah, he's like some crazy dude that does.
Yeah, he just made a recent video. Apparently, he's living in a tent.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
He got kicked out of his house. Like what?
Who is this guy?
He's this guy he's like drunk in all his hangouts.
He's some dude that I think he's
funny?
Religious. Nah, he's just drunk. He talks about wrestling and shit.
Oh, that's boring.
Like really stupid.
Boring. What's he on HulkHogan.com all day? Fuck that, huh?
I wouldn't have a clue. They do like somebody live streams on his show that like they join and they'll.
He talks about like Illuminati and all that. Whatever. I don't know what his thing is.
He goes on a bit and he starts raging like Luke versus the world, and then like he'll take his shirt off and then start like rubbing his midstream and shit.
He plays like Scott Stapp songs. I'm guessing that's the guy from Creed.
Right. That's gross. How is he going to do this all from a tent now? Does he have to live by McDonald's?
I'll send the link. He's literally in a tent right now. I don't even know how he's making videos or hangouts or whatever.
Yeah,
literally in a tent.
At least he has a go.
What's he got?
I put the link in the side chat.
Fuck. What's his name? Like I don't know how to look in the side chat.
Here, I'll just like screen share
it. It's in the internal chat. That's what he means.
He seems a little eccentric, but each to their own.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what he looks like. Screen share that shit. Come on, baby.
He also asked a 17-year-old to strip too. No joke. That's what I heard.
Damn. Well, 17's almost legal, so I think he's okay there.
I don't know. I mean, some guy actually posed as like catfished him as like a 15-year-old, and I don't know. Apparently, he was like telling her to go off air or something like that. I don't know. This guy's really fucked up though.
Yeah. Let's fucking do a live catfish. What do you say?
I don't know. I'm not doing any of that.
I'm only joking, man. We could say that it's a chick that lives like 5 blocks from where he is now. Let's fuck with him. I'm only joking.
I'm just shocked he isn't dead yet, because, like, look at the guy.
I don't see shit.
Oh, okay. You didn't click the link?
I thought you were going to screen share.
No. Oh, here, I'll screen share it. Sorry.
I can't. I don't know how to find the side chat.
Here.
It's in the internal chat, right? You know what we're talking about.
Here's a video of the guy.
I don't think you can get to that on your phone.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that may be the case. I'm on my PC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's a military base.
He was just here.
Oh, shit. So he must
this guy's really fucked up, though, really.
Does he do drugs? He looks like he's on drugs.
Yeah, he's done a lot of drugs. You can tell on his arms, too. There's, like, little needle marks.
How old is this guy? Videos. 30, 29 or some shit?
Mid-30s, but he looks like, I don't know. He looks like 100 years older.
He looks about 40, like 35, huh?
Yeah, he's in his mid-30s apparently, but I don't even get how he's doing this in a tent. Unless he has a laptop.
What's he doing? He's doing videos or what?
Yeah, well, usually he does this in his house, but apparently he got kicked out.
Well, what is his claim to fame? Why are we talking about him? I'm just curious. I mean, there's some dude that does
he's this
videos
guy that makes, like, wrestling videos, like, WWE, that type of sports, Oh. Like, he makes these wrestling videos, like, little hangouts where he talks about that, talks about, like, shit like the Illuminati, killed Ultimate Warrior, all this dumb shit. I mean, he's insane.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to explain. You'd have to listen to him to believe how, like, friggin' crazy he is.
Look at his hair.
Yeah, like, it's literally crazy.
Is he like a Lord Stephen Christ type of guy?
I don't even know.
Similar. Yeah, similar.
He quotes wrestlers.
Yeah, I think he has a far-fetched theory where he says he's somebody, like some type of enlightened one or something like that. I've heard him say. But this is like an act, and like he just said, there's something to do with wrestling. No, like there's something to do with the wrestling, and like this, he's outside now. He does get a few viewers, and he gets a lot of panel members when he holds his hangout. When he does do his like WWE conspiracies, then people have PR PR too. So I think he's just doing his shit for them. He's been doing it for a while now. He's like one of the people that holds their live streams or some shit.
My God, I mean, like, how do you think he even has a job though? Because like, look at him. Like,
Does he
how
monetize?
how would he be able to have a house like with the way he looks right now? Do you think he even works? Because he like literally looks drunk all the time. Like, I
Who
mean,
knows,
could he?
man?
There's no way he'd keep a job like that.
Who knows,
I don't know.
dude?
There's lots of places you could work like that.
Well, you could, like, you're not thinking outside the box, see? My first
Okay.
impression of him wouldn't be that he's homeless. He's just because he says so. All right, he could be outside in his backyard in a tent trying to push some type of thing.
Yeah, okay,
when
could
you
be
say
making
certain
it
things,
like
all right,
a...
like you just said to me, you said it, and I've already looked into it about a week ago, and you just said it openly on this hangout. Was he talks about the Illuminati killing, who was it?
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate
I don't know.
Warrior. I didn't hear it from him, but I was looking on my conspiracy fucking journey that I used to go through. Yeah, and I found a video that said that the Illuminati killed the Ultimate Warrior. So this person might just be working alongside the WWE to get people to watch their shit. Because after I watched that video, I ended up watching some wrestling videos. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah.
You got to see how marriage control works. You got to see how these people PR you to watch their shit. All
Yeah,
right?
I mean-
These people are very smart in manipulating you into watching what they're providing.
Pretty
You gotta
crazy
think about
world.
that. It's not about what they're saying. It's about what you end up watching afterwards. What the intention was.
Maybe WWF is just sort of a microcosm of the Illuminati stage play, right? And you can get it all there.
I've heard of that before.
I just made that up right off the top of my head, but yes, I'm sure somebody else beat me to it.
He gets his own streams flagged by telling girls to strip, though, so that's pretty dumb.
Well, I mean, everybody, if you see a car accident, right, you're just inclined to look at it, and there's that sort of component to it as well, so.
Yeah, he's
Like,
played music.
living in a
His
tent
videos
and-
literally get flagged because he's always playing like Michael Jackson or Disturbed or something, like music, pretty much.
Exactly. These people, like you just said, these people are allowed to play whatever they want, whenever they want.
But he actually intentionally does it too. He'll just like play Michael Jackson in the background, then it'll get flagged.
What's your name? Your name is What's Up?
Oh yeah, this is like a backup account.
Oh, that's a backup account. Do you know who the Captain and Tennille are?
Oh, you mean this guy?
I don't know whoever your avatar is. It reminds me of the Captain
No,
and
it's
Tennille.
actually, this is from a show called Theodore Tugboat. The guy here actually used to sing for the Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they're a band in the 60s. They wrote California Dreamin'.
Yeah.
We know. We know.
You sound
Are
lamentable.
you a big fan of them?
They have a few good songs.
That Big Mama, whatever her name was, always reminded me of
Mama
Shrek.
Cass. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. She was a
Big
good
Mama
singer.
Shrek.
This
Yeah.
guy's actually from Halifax, Nova Scotia, which is like 2 hours away from where I live.
Oh yeah, what are you up there in Winnipeg?
Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada.
Wait, you're a Canadian?
You sound nothing like a Canadian.
I know. I get that a lot.
Huh.
Say process.
You'd watch Jeff.
Process.
Yeah, you say it the right way. They say process for whatever reason. Fucking Canadians. I'm just kidding. I'm only joking, man.
I know.
So,
A lot of like my province is actually bilingual too, because it's like English and French.
right. So you know French too?
A little bit.
That's pretty cool, man. So, are you a flat tart or are you a globe tart? I just had to pull the spaceman on you. How'd you find this chat, man?
Well, oh no, I've seen it before. You mean the flat Earth?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
flat
I've come
earther or
across it
something?
before.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
on.
Listened to a few of the debates,
Right. I'm gonna let Adam talk. He was trying to get something in.
Oh no, I didn't say nothing. No.
Oh, my mistake.
You're right. So, what is your opinion then? Do you believe in more along the flat Earth or the round Earth, or do you have an opinion on it?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard. I'd say round Earth, honestly. I mean, that's kind of what it seems to me, because it's like different parts of the world. I mean, I don't know. I always get confused on it, so it's like, I don't know. I listen to like what people's opinions, I guess, and try to base my own on it. But yeah,
Could it be mushroom Earth?
never know.
Okay, so you're open-minded.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
That's the short version. Don't
Yeah.
tell Spaceman.
Yeah, he'll call you a retard.
He will call you a retard. He's a character for sure.
Hey, Adam, have you ever talked to Spaceman?
Spaceman. No. Does he affiliate himself to Rocket Man, the guy that pretends that he's employed by NASA?
Not
No.
really. No.
No, that's a different character. I've talked to him before. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Man,
he's a character. Rocket Man. Most of these characters say they work for NASA.
I think he really does work work for NASA. He's pretty legit in my eyes.
Yeah, I think he probably does too.
He's just a nice old man.
You reckon
really?
that's a bit of PR then, a bit of damage control? Because, like...
No, I think he just somehow found this weird community, and they're talking shit about his place of employment, so he wanted to maybe defend him a little bit.
But like, people don't even put it into, like, account that a company like NASA would have a PR and whatnot. They'd have HR divisions and whatnot. That would...
Yeah, every company has that.
Yeah, that's right. That would go, and these people, being the company that they are, especially when they would have received letters about the flat Earth, other things. Barack Obama mentioned it. I'm sure that NASA employees have looked to it, like the people in NASA have. So why wouldn't they send people out? Like I tell them, you're probably here employed from NASA, sitting there in your NASA studio right now, regurgitating what they want you to, which is okay in my eyes, but please tell the audience that that's what's happening, because that's illegitimate if they don't. You know, if they're going to pretend that they're at home and that's what they're doing, no, that's not what's happening. They're actually at the headquarters, whatever it is, and they're being told to say what they're like being told to say. And I agree with that, because that's like, if there's some type of a false information about the flat Earth being pushed right now, and I'm NASA and I'm like the head of NASA or whatnot, I would like my company to be providing some actual information to the audiences, so then they don't go into some type of a frenzy and think that my company's fraudulent when it's not. It's being misunderstood.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's not here.
you know what I mean? Like, and then I get called...
Yeah, alright, it's on stage.
Because I say that NASA...
I just had it on stage. Where you touch it? Okay, I'll do it, yes.
It seems a bit weird, you know, that when you get inquisitive and you don't actually want to look into the things that these other people tell you to, you want to look into what you want to, then you get called dumb, things like that. I don't want to look into the flat Earth. In no way can I make an impact if it was flat anyway. You know, I want to find out if there is people out there that crisis act. That's more of a reality. That would have more of an impact on everybody day to day. If the government are going out there and they're hiring people to participate in events that are staged, so then they can dictate certain laws and take people's rights away, that's something that we'd have.
So you're saying that the flat Earth thing is sort of a misdirection, a ruse to sort of evacuate people from the truth community, as it were, and send them off down the proverbial rabbit trail. That's what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps so. Or perhaps it's NASA trying to convince people that the Earth is flat. How about that?
That could be an option too. But like, can you elaborate on why you'd say something like that?
Well, I mean, I think I like history, so I sort of harken back to history, and I kind of wonder a little bit. You know, with each age we have a new perception of reality, and right, we're in a new age, and I think that there's going to have to be a new perception of reality. And if you could create it, wouldn't that be the ultimate authority? I mean, let's say that the Earth is a sphere spinning in space. If you could convince people that it was flat, really, that would really, I don't know, it would show your authority over the populace and their opinion. So, you know, I don't know. That's a wild-eyed conspiracy theory.
Making people skeptical, like, that doesn't make me believe in a flat Earth. That just makes me not trust the authority figures. See, like, their method has not worked the way that they would like it to, because I don't believe in flat Earth now. I just don't believe in NASA as much as what I would before. Before, I would have, like, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. Now, I don't want to be anything to do associated with that company. If people find out that you're fucking associated to NASA, then they think you're fraudulent. Why would I want to be fucking an astronaut now when people don't even believe astronauts went to the moon? They think that they were Hollywood superstars. Like, they think that they come from the Californication song from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That's a good song.
It is a good song. I'm not a big believer in the moon landings. I mean, I'll just come right out and say it. I think there's another possibility here that the theory, the shape of the Earth, and I don't know what they expected to find. Perhaps they found something completely different when they attempted to go to space, and you know, they just sort of wanted to keep the character of it. So, you know, if you did fake the moon landings at this point, you would have to keep that same sort of character. I mean, you can't see stars from space and that sort of thing. So it does make me wonder. Anybody opine? Nothing. Crickets. Crickets.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Well, just imagine for for, let's say, for 500 years, you're like, okay, this is the shape of the Earth. This is the nature of space. This is what the stars are, the sun are, the moon, right? And you actually try and go there and discover perhaps you can't go there, or it's different than you expected it to be. I mean, what do? Do you say, whoops, we got it all wrong? Let me explain to you what we did wrong. Or do you just stay with
what would be so wrong with them saying that it was wrong? Like, you don't think that they'd come out and tell you that we fucked up if they were wrong?
Well, I don't know.
Like, what is that riding on the back of? You know what I mean?
Well, it's a pretty profound change in the cosmology and the way we understand things. So, you know, you can see these little changes.
Hypothetically, it was actually geocentric as opposed to heliocentric. Do you think they would hide it just on that merit alone?
Well, I personally think geocentrism versus heliocentrism is a philosophy, not a fact anyway. So that's where I kind of go with that. I don't really, that's perspective. And if you go back to the Greeks, you know, they sort of altered their philosophy according to their politics of the day. So it sort of depended. So it's really difficult to tell. I mean, from looking at the stars, I think that, you know, what's moving, and if you go into the Einsteinian theory of relativity, well, you know, what is moving? Are we sitting stationary, right? And there's a sort of a spherical object circling around us. I mean, it really becomes difficult to tell. So
yeah, it's tricky, man. I wish we could figure it out. Fortunately, there's just some things that people aren't ever gonna fucking figure out. It's like an ant trying to figure out the Empire State Building. You know, it's just impossible.
Well, maybe the human psychology, like the mass psychology, actually influences our surroundings. I mean, maybe that's true too. So, you know, maybe that sounds way out to people, but you know, it's kind of cool if you look at the UFO phenomenon. Now, I'm not saying they're aliens from outer space, but certainly people have had some sort of encounters. So, you know, if you look at the American Indians, you know, they say, well, we saw this craft and it was a canoe, right? And then if you look at people from the 1800s, you know, they have these sailing ships that they see in the sky. And after that, it was lighter than aircraft, like blimps and so forth. So there is this sort of reoccurring theme. Some people are having some sort of experience, and it seems to be tailored to the you know, the mass consciousness of the time. So, you know, I wonder about all that. Maybe the universe is sort of recreated. I mean, even cosmologists say the universe seems to be expanding directly proportionate to our ability to perceive it, which is kind of an interesting phenomenon too. So I don't know. I guess that's where I would go with it.
Right.
Again, I take a more philosophical view, not like, you know, I've done all the math and I've crunched the numbers and it's like this. I mean, I don't really go that way, but I'm not belittling the value in that.
Right. No, I think there's room for all ideas. So spit it out, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a wild universe. I mean.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Attention, please. This hangout will expire in 2 minutes.
Oh, shit. Wow, that sounds very dire.
How did you get that to go? Does, like, the hangout play that automatically?
I don't know if that's the moderator or what.
No, he's there.
Oh, is that right? Okay, that's Andre.
Andrea.
Or
so Adam.
He'd have some type of alarm system for himself to start it up, yeah, dude.
I enjoyed the conversation with you tonight, man. You made yourself seem a lot more like humane in a sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this account, and I'm gonna leave you alone, man.
Minus 1 minute.
Attention, please. This hangout will expire in 1 minute.
Yeah, no hard feelings, man. I'm just fucking around. I'm not really a paid troll or anything. I'm just a guy in Denver. All right, so I'm gonna delete this, and I'll see you around, man.
See you around, dude.
All right, later, dude.
See you later.
Good night, Ian.
All right, good night.
See it.
See you guys.
See you later.
You guys going?
I guess so. Well, there's a new hangout 2 minutes. I don't know.
Attention, please. This hangout will expire in 30 seconds.
There'll probably be if you want to join, there'll be a new link in the side chat, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, so I'm deliberating.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m.
We'll
I'm probably going to bed.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
9, 8, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, peace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.